Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Alliance Open Bremen or the Alliance Open Northwest GT here, Bremen, Germany. We have round 4 on the table. We start with a little delay on this morning because we got a marathon in Bremen and several players are just stuck in traffic.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. So I'm Sebastian and with me is Benjamin.
Good morning. We have interesting matchup today in round 4. This is not the top table, it's the second to top table, because the top table we already had the player on and we wanted to switch it up. So this is Sebastian Müller with his Space Marines. Some kind of successor chapter. We will go into the list in a minute, against Christian and his Necron list.
Yes.
Your usual, kind of usual standard competitive Necron list with Doomsize and Doomsday Arcs and whatever.
Yeah. So
We'll
it
go
really
into
depends
the
on
list.
the skill of the player actually.
So we have mission number ITC mission number 3, Nexus Control, where the bonus objective is to control all 4 objective markers, which are placed, well, as you see. We have a nice table with tons of line of sight blocking terrain. This should make for an interesting match. Otherwise it's a bit of a who goes first thing, but I think we can mitigate that a bit. We will, let's just dive into the list, right? Shouldn't we?
Yeah.
So here we have Sebastian's list, which is an Ultramarine successor chapter with the traits Master Artisans and Long Range Marksman. So that's the Salamander rerolls and 3 inches more range.
So good,
so good, so
it's,
reliable.
It's not even it's reliable and it's totally OP actually. Yes. If you build your list around this skill like Bell did, like we've seen yesterday,
yeah,
then insanely good.
It shoots for an hour and then the enemy is gone.
Yeah. So you never have time problems actually.
Yeah. So then we have a captain in there who's probably going to be a chapter master, lieutenant, 2 infiltrator squads, which are crazy expensive but will win you a couple of matchups. For instance, Gene Cult. Then we have an intercessor squad, and it's all 10 guys, infiltrators and intercessors, so that's a lot of bodies too. Then we have 6 aggressors, 3 Invictor tactical warsuits. We see those like
everywhere
in droves on the tables because they're so good. Together with the infiltrators, you have so much forward pressure just from the beginning. Yeah. It's insane.
That's the main reason, right? You can deploy them 9 inches away from the enemy deployment zone. Opponent's deployment zone.
Move and charge.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. Then we have 3 suppressor squads with the accelerator autocannon, shooting pretty good when they can reroll a lot.
Yeah.
So that's also reliable firepower there.
And Space Marine tend to reroll everything nowadays.
Yeah.
So.
Then we have a Devastator squad with graph cannons. Everybody, interesting. Then we have 2 Eliminator squads with a bolt sniper rifles who can shoot out of line of sight and do interestingly a lot of damage as well, and a drop pod. So what is surprising in this list is there is no Thunderfire cannon and there is a drop pod full of graph cannons, which is nice, I think. So there are no ruins on stage. Players are just clarifying the terrain, and that's pretty special. This is the Alliance Open or Alliance Armory terrain. They build it and sell it. The big L buildings and T buildings. They are treated as hills, actually, not as ruins.
Basically, since yesterday,
yes.
you
cannot walk through them, even with infantry. Which makes for a much more interesting game, I think. And yeah, basically you can walk up and down and around, but otherwise they block. You can fly over if you fly, but that you not walk and charge through as
Right, right. But the good thing is, I just shamelessly plugged their stuff because I think the terrain is awesome because it's extremely sturdy. Actually,
Yeah.
it's not flimsy or anything. It's very precise, and there is actually a gate in the big section part and in the second biggest part that you can open. And if you don't feel like playing this thing like a hill, you want to play like a normal ruin and get your infantry through, just open the gate.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Lists. So that was Sebastian's list. I just finished reading it. Surprisingly, no Thunderfire cannon is what I said. Surprisingly, a tactical squad with graph cannons and a cherub, which is strong.
It's like the old days.
Yes.
Graph drop.
In the olden days. The Necron list.
Necron list is pretty well straightforward, I'd say, right?
It's and it's short.
Yeah,
so.
it's a battalion detachment with Immotech, with a Cryptech, with the Staff of Light and a cloak, and three times 5 immortals. It is actually with 9 Lich Guards.
That's surprising.
He's buffing them up, so they're not that bad. We got 6 destroyers, 5 destroyers, 9 tomb blades, and of course we've got the famous air wing detachment with 3 doom size. So what are we missing here? There's no doomsday arcs, no baguettes.
Oh, that's no baguettes. That's true. So that's where the Lich Guard comes in, right?
Right.
It's he's gonna port the Lich Guard, and it's a double destroyer bomb as well.
Yeah.
And I think the Tomb Blades with Tesla might be very good as well in this matchup.
Yeah,
I think the
so.
Gauss Tomb Blades would have been better against Marines, but hey, you cannot build only against Marines because of the minus AP.
Yeah, but this is with Marines in mind, I guess. So because playing without the arcs and going more for infantry is especially. I think it works out better with Space Marines actually at the moment, at least for what we've seen so far, because they just shred any kind of vehicle, and I don't think that quantum shielding will hold that much.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and it's a lot of a game of who goes first, because Necrons, of course, if they can do the mortal wounds thing with a doom sight, that's a biggie.
That's a biggie, and we know that Christian can make that work very,
very
nicely.
People listen closely. He made 54 mortal wounds yesterday in a match against Tau. 54 in one go.
In one go.
So that's how you kill Tau.
Yep. Hey, let's begin. 45 mortal wounds. Okay, I'll pack my stuff and go home then. Yeah,
so it's a lot of who goes first in terms of how hard the alpha strike will be. On the other hand, Marines will have a pretty nasty alpha as well.
Yeah.
So we have to see that. It's alternating deployment, isn't it? It's mission 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will go over to the table in a second to get the secondaries and relics. Yeah, question to the chat: how is the sound and everything? Can you hear us? The distortion? Any sounds of apocalypse we had yesterday?
Yeah. Maybe just switch over to the players then, and then we have both sound levels.
There's no school like old school, and I'm the fucking headmaster. Okay. What? Swear like a sailor. I will go for. Oh shit! What I will go for? I was having an idea, but I forgot the name of the mission.
I'm making this up on the fly. I have no idea what to choose on secondaries. You don't have any like marked for death optionable units. You can't really do. If I mark for death your intercessors or your infiltrators, you can split them, and I have to take out both of them. Is that right?
Yep, that's correct.
Shit.
Nasty, nasty.
Big Maladuda.
I am going to go with recon.
You are going to go with recon. You can do recon quite fine.
And what's your third?
Give me a tip. Help me out, man. I have no idea.
Mark for death.
Mark for death.
Do it.
Not that bad, actually. At least my game plan is then just eradicating everything you have.
How will that change?
Yeah, I have to eradicate all life. It's just in the fact.
That's kind of the mission, right?
Yeah.
That was in the job description.
So let me take a look at where the center of the table is.
They're right in the middle.
Yep, King of the Hill it is.
King of the Hill.
Yep. Let's king it up. Warlord trait for Necrons is Hyperlogical Strategist, and the relic is what is the mantle? Shadow mantle, or something like that. Nightmare cloak.
Shadow weave cloak, whatever.
Something like that. Yeah, the porting one.
Yeah. I got the Master Strategy and Seal of Oath and Chapter Master Stratagem.
No buff for the intercessors?
Huh?
No veteran intercessors?
No.
That's unstylish.
They're apprentice intercessors. Okay.
It's the Nightmare Shroud.
Nightmare Shroud. Oh my god.
Nightmare Shroud.
That's a single use at the end of the movement. You can.
No, it's not the Nightmare Shroud. It's the Nightmare Shroud is the one that buffs saves. It's the Veil of Darkness.
Veil of Darkness.
It's the Veil of Darkness.
Veil of Darkness.
It's not even a shroud. It's a veil.
It's a veil. Well, as if that makes all the difference in the world. Well,
yeah, I could have buffed his save by one, or I can port one unit in him.
More or less. So you port a unit and him. It's single use at the end of your movement
phase. Unit has to be within 6 of him, so you move him over to a unit.
He has 10 inch move.
10 inch move and fly.
All right. So we got the objectives placed. We got the secondary sorted.
Let's roll.
Let's roll.
Good luck, good game.
To you too. To you too. Choice of deployment.
Yep. Got a 1.
Got a 4.
Switch. Go pick a side. This is the old school deployment style where I put down the first unit afterwards, and then we go back and forth. And the first one who deploys completely gets +1 on the roll of fortune.
Exactly.
Thank you. So pick a side.
Yeah. This is 12, 24 in.
So here we are with the secondaries from the table. Chris has picked, or the Necron player has picked Big Game Hunter, Old School, and King of the Hill. That's an interesting choice. We don't see that very often. Well, you get a point if you have 1 or 2 units in the middle of the board, or around 6 inches of the middle or something. Nobody takes it ever, so I don't know. So that's an in-your-face, I'll take the middle. Which is bold, I think, considering that he has the Space Marine player has 20 intercessors and 3 Invictor Warsuits who might be just there. And you score it at the beginning of your turn, so it's cool if you have the second turn. If not, it's Oh, no, no, it's always hard to get because the enemy can control if you get it or not. Old school, well, it's a pick. I think Necrons have the firepower to get the first round kills, and we'll see if they have the staying power for the last round action. Big Game Hunter is pretty straightforward. The Invictor Warsuits are a target. And what's the fourth point in that list? Does he have any other big games? The Marines. It's the 3 Warsuits.
Not that I know now.
I mean, that's pretty easy kills actually, but
well, you
have
have
the drop pod.
You have to kill them. So
the drop pod
yeah,
would be the
right.
fourth.
There's the drop pod. Yeah.
And Space Marines have picked Gangbusters, which is the Tomb Blades, obviously. Marked for death on the Doom Scythers and the bikes. Question: can you get Gangbusters and Marked for Death on the same unit?
No. I don't think that those two interact with each other. I have to have a look at the rulebook actually.
And lastly, Recon. Then we have for the Necron side, we have Warlord Trait Hyperlogical Strategist, that is command point farming, I guess, and the Teleport Mantle, Cloak, whatever. Marines have picked Chapter Master, of course, Seal of Oath as a relic, and Master of Strategy, which is also command point farming.
Doesn't have an asterisk, so no.
Yeah. So you cannot score both.
Not well, you can, but not on the same unit.
Right. You can also have the destroyers as gangbusters.
Well, gangbusters is basically against Necrons. This Necron list.
If it was only the Tomb Blades, you can either only get the gangbuster points or the Mark for Death point, but there's also the destroyers.
Yeah, and they should. Yeah, you definitely get all the 4 points if you kill all the destroyers. So easy enough.
So we just get the surprise information that the Devastators are going to be in a drop pod in reserves. Nobody would have thought.
That is a surprise. Sebastian cannot go below the drop of Christian.
No, I don't think so.
No, he can. He just can.
Yeah.
The minimum he can.
You counted. You not guessed. You counted.
Right. Oh no, Sebastian actually counted.
Yeah. So there's the +1 for the Necrons, which is making the game more interesting, I think. Or I think it's a more interesting game when the Necrons start, because we've seen the firepower of Marines.
Although I'd be a little curious to see how strong the shooting is against Necrons actually. I mean, the strategy with the 3 flyers is always like, well, first thing to kill is 1 flyer.
Yeah, but Necrons don't need to rely on that.
No.
I mean, against Tau it's cool if you can pull that trick.
No.
And make a ton of mortal wounds, or even just a couple of mortal wounds, and
just a nice bonus,
TIEs and drones. But if it doesn't take off, you can always shoot Tesla and the Doom cannons or whatever.
That's it, isn't it?
That's still good flyers. It's more a threat than anything else. And you force your opponent to counter deploy and open up that so like to deploy less KG and clumped up and castly. So you force him to deploy in a certain way, maybe give up some reroll bubbles and everything.
Yep. That's true.
Are you looking up the Seal of Oath?
No, I've already found, but I want to see on who he can put it actually. I think it is supposed to be a relic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Seal of Oath, no. Special issue war gear actually.
Oh yeah.
Designate an enemy before this is basically all grudges as far as I've Remember, designate an enemy before the first turn begins. The bearer has a 6-inch aura of rerolling all hits and wounds against that guy.
Awesome.
Failed or not. Yeah. I'm really not sure why they put in for Marines especially to reroll everything. Not only the failed ones. This is a way to balance.
Yeah.
Would have been still a way to balance the output, but no, we have to give
Here we go. I see there's a bit of salt coming up in you. Let the salt flow through you.
Well, it's just unnecessary. Not even salt. I don't care as much, but this would have been or is still a good way to balance shooting output, and it was just not necessary for this army to have all the rerolls.
Right,
because they already got
they have already. They don't really need to seal above. So we have an interesting placement of a doom site right on the edge.
Well, the doom site is lower than the walls, so if you cannot get a line of sight on this, then you really can't shoot it. Because
do you know how you get a line of sight on that?
Just go around it.
Just drop a drop pod full of graph. Turn one in your face. Killer doom size.
That could work.
What is the range of graph? It's 24 or 36?
36, yes, I think. Heavy graph cannon should be 36. Or 30. No, they had always this weird in between room.
Right.
There was one thing I was thinking about. Yeah, right. Just explain to me, the modern drop pod is like the old drop pod. Comes with turn 1 if you want to. Here's the ball. Set up one destroyer unit behind this rock, hiding like pansies. Because they don't want to get annihilated. They want to annihilate. The other way around.
That's the 5-man team.
That's a 5-man team, yes. 5-man team, hiding behind a rock.
It's not like that they grew up on the rock. So.
This guy. During the tournament, I think he lost his whatever void blade it's called, like 3 times already. I don't think he really qualifies as a lich guard. Someone who can't hold a weapon. Yeah. Should have come up during his job interview. I don't know, something like that.
Now the unit of infiltrators.
Unit of what they call immortals, clipping the terrain.
Immortals.
Yes. Highly overrated name. Although usually second units to go in the army. Not exactly immortal.
Wrong system.
Well, I think they have kind of a Cthulhuidian style, the Necrons, especially with the Satans.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I like Necrons very much. Was my first ever 40k army, Necrons.
And now you change for boring cans, really? Like,
Says the guy who's a can without filling.
I'm more like a block of steel.
That's what I'm telling myself to sleep at night as well.
Six-man destroyer unit, hiding like pansies. Again. 6 destroyers.
Destroy. Hide.
Hiding down here.
Alrighty.
Actually, the doom size is pretty nicely blocking out a drop pod from dropping in behind that. Or getting line of sight to the destroyers. I like that move.
Yep. So you measured it out that the drop pod has to land behind the walls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
So you won't be able to get lost on the destroyers. You might drop destroyers, can you? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, sure. It's the usual tag you do, right?
You don't have to.
No, you don't have to, but most people do.
I'm curious about the Lich Guard. I always loved Lich Guard. 7th edition Lich Guard was like powerhouse.
Yeah, well, he was explaining it, so he's getting apparently getting them through 3+ invul.
Yes, a Neuro marker, yeah.
Yep. So, since we get more and more people into the stream, good morning to you all. We're live round 4 on the Alliance Open in Bremen. It's an ITC 2000 point major. We've got on the table Sebastian with his Ultramarine Successor Chapter Marines versus Christian with his Necrons. And we are playing scenario 3 from the IDC Champions missions.
Nexus control. The bonus point is all the 4 markers. Control all 4 markers for the bonus. Yes, players have nice secondaries, which I will type in maybe here, and then we can have a look at it together. Just a second, and
I just give you the links to the lists.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
all the rankings and lists are you can find at punpun.nl, which is the pairing software. Yeah, in general, if you like what you're seeing and will see for the rest of the day and yesterday, consider supporting us on Patreon or coffee.com. Sebastian will post all the links in the chat.
Yes.
Helps us continue this.
And of course, shout out to our partners from the Alliance Armory, who made this happen with beautiful terrain, beautiful mats, and all in all, it is really a pleasure working together with those guys and seeing how happy people are with our nice first international managed major tournament. Really, really awesome. And I hope you have fun too. Once the game starts, actually. Up until then, we are going to laugh.
Take a look at the boundary from your side. Always good to wear someone else's shoes. Yes.
And then it's up to you again.
Was that is that a 10-man unit or 2
That's a 10-man unit.
So you didn't combat squad?
They didn't combat squad. They're like super friends.
Super friends. So how many more drops do you have?
A shit ton.
Metric shit ton?
No.
Are there other ones? Yeah.
There was no way that I could reduce. You got 12 drops the minute that I could use 13. So there's no way that I can go under.
Yeah.
So then I go up to at least see where he shit's at.
No, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. You can see more of my shit. Going down.
Going down.
Shit going down. Put shit on the table. Don't on the table. Don't do it. That's not what we meant. It's more metaphorical. So they move 6 and shoot 24. No, they shoot 27.
7.
They have nice strength 4, AP -1 guns.
Steep learning curve.
I'm learning by doing. Okay. Learning through pain.
You will be learning by dying.
Maybe. It's learning through pain all the time in 40k, isn't it? Yeah, I think they are creeping out a little bit. That's where they go. Nice little buggers. And your turn.
Well, that sucks. The Space Marine Codex is
I
gone.
still have Tomb Blades and Lich Guard to deploy.
Tomb Blades and Lich Guard.
Tomb Blades and Lich Guard.
The Cryptex where?
Cryptex here. Oh, and Emotech. Emotech also still undecided. Good old Demotech. Quote the movie. I know it's kind of a bad movie, The Mummy, the first one, but it's also kind of a good movie if you watch the second one.
It's kind of a good movie if you're like absolutely shit-faced drunk.
Like most movies.
Like out of your sense.
Don't be so conflictionary with me. Like everything I say, you say no. You're just an
That's
empty
kinda-
can.
I mean,
a
like
shit movie.
we're having to do entertainment, and where's entertainment going without smack talk? I mean, for real.
Focus on the game. Entertain people with the stuff.
Ah, okay. Shit. I think that's true. They invited the wrong people to the stream. And so the users are dropping.
I should try to use my smack talk more tactically and talk even more during your turns because you're picking it up. It's all on your time. I think I already broke the headset just a little bit, but maybe you can fix it later.
So Necrons about to deploy completely. I think there's just a couple of lich card left or something. So we can pretty much see the picture here. Of course, there's a ton of destroyers hiding behind a lost block. Doom Scythers are not like ganged up, but he uses one of them to block out a drop pod, which is smart. I don't think he needs the model wound stratagem like necessarily, so you might as well like put one out there, and well, if that gets killed by the graft drop or something, that's better than the destroyers. What he really needs in this matchup are the destroyers. That's the strength 6 -3 shooting that he really needs to deal with all that infantry. Yeah, I'm really curious about the role of the Lich Guard. He will port them. They will have a 3-up invul. If he gets to rep something, that's pretty big deal. If he gets in there.
They are so in cover. I've never seen anybody cover as they are.
So that's the Lich Guard dropped on the crater in cover. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, the eliminators if you give them shit weapon.
Okay. Maybe too white, too much in front.
Redeploy in my time.
Already.
All right, this
already
is how
cheating.
you want to play the game, yeah?
Yes, this is
You
how I
wanted
win.
more game focus, smack talk.
This
There
is
you
how I
go.
win. Okay, I put him here. It's fine. I'm good. Sorry. Just renailing a little bit.
Just taking the piss.
Damn! Gave him the. Okay. Here come the big boy.
Here come the big boys.
Okay.
Are you done or
No, I have one more of the tomb plates, but
one
put
more?
one on table.
Plates. Okay.
Okay, guys, would be awesome if you could share the link as well on your social media platforms and whatnot, so that we can get more people in. It's a lovely Sunday morning here in Bremen. It's actually really lovely at the moment. I will take a picture.
A lovely spring evening in Australia or something.
Yeah. That's the same.
Yeah.
Autumn in Germany is the same as spring in Australia.
Yeah. Against common assumptions.
Yeah.
So I've just taken a look at the marine deployment so far. It's the infiltrators are pushed up, like they become squatted, I think. That it's units of 5. Then eliminators are pushed forward as well, and the crater in the middle. We have the suppressors in sorry, it's suppressors behind the bottom right loss blocker, 2 units of suppressors. Then there's a big squad of intercessors on the crater on the middle right. And there is the aggressors hiding behind the little L with the flag, target priority flag on top. That's where the herd is sitting.
Hey, it's your job.
There we go. I'm done. Put them all down. Have viewers about the exceptional, what is it, golf park and racing track that we have
Yeah,
right
it was
in
a
front?
horse racing track actually.
Oh.
It's not in use anymore, so they made it a golf course.
Don't like it.
I hope you have a room with a view on the green as well.
What would be a good translation for mundane? Just ask the chat.
Posh, I think.
Exceptionally posh.
So Necrons finished deploying Tomb Blades on the back of the deployment zone, out of range of most things that drop in there, except maybe a graph drop. Now the Marine player is just finishing his deployment, pushing up some Invictor warsuits to basically put pressure early on. Like he has so many infiltrating or forward operative units that it's going to be hard for the Necron player to get out of his zone in the beginning. On the other hand, the Invictor warsuits are definitely good targets to wrap and trap for the Lich Guard, for example.
Until now, you deployed pretty like not conservative, but opportunistic enough to get the first turn and profit from it, or to get the second turn not be punished by it. But now you're just going way out. If you don't get first turn, I get all my big guns right in front of your big targets.
But if I do get the first turn, you're dead.
Is that the gamble you want to take?
That
Roll
is-
off with +1?
That is the gamble that I'm gonna take.
Why? I don't get it.
Huh?
Okay.
Did I forget anyone? No.
I mean, it will be horrible if I don't get the roll off, but or you grab the initiative. So roll off for first turn, or what are we doing now?
Yeah, let's stop this. Yeah. Roll off for like who gets the first turn.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's a 2 and a 2.
That's a tie, yeah.
Yep. It's a tie. And I'm winning this.
That's a win for you.
Okay.
Then
I would like to go first because you forced me into it.
okay. Then I will try to seize.
Sure.
I do.
That is a seize. Okay.
If I wouldn't have seized, I have a redeploy 3 units strategy.
All right. I heard
Then I
about
just
that. Then you
like-
just put him back.
I take the gamble. I
Sure.
go first.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
super advantaged.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, perfectly fine.
So just to clear that up, why I was doing that. Did you guys get that for the stream? Because
Yeah,
the
the
question
redeploy 3
was
units.
why would I deploy the war suits so aggressively, knowing that there is a fair chance that I don't go first? Answer is, if I go first, I'm overly advantaged. Everything else is placed in a way that it's okay not to go first. So I press the war suits. If I go first, I have a high advantage. If I don't, I pay 2 CP and I go back and redeploy them with Ultramarine strategy.
Right. Thanks for explaining.
You cannot, because they are not in the deployment zone.
I cannot put them
Back
outside
out.
of the deployment zone, but I
Right.
can choose units that are out of the deployment zone and put them in my deployment zone. That's
Okay, alright.
that's the way it goes.
Okay.
You're right.
Then
oh, I completely accept your expertise on your own code.
then there's never
Okay.
do,
Okay,
never do.
I trust my opponent.
Does anybody
to a
know?
degree.
Does anybody know by any chance when is the time to do the stratagem that makes a 9-inch bubble for the thingy
For the thingy.
for the
The stuff.
okay. Well, first of all, after the Cs, I have to nominate a unit for the Seal of Oath.
Seal of Oath, okay.
And that unit's gonna be that croissant there.
Okay. It's a doom sign.
Yeah.
A lot of more crunchy than a croissant.
whatever helps you to sleep at night. Then suppression fire.
So
Oh no.
forward, Doom Scythe has been Seal of Oathed.
What exactly does Seal of Oath do?
Reroll, hit, and wound.
Okay.
So,
Does it cost you anything? Is it a...
it's a relic. It's my relic.
It has to be on the table, but it is because
Yeah.
the lieutenant is carrying it.
No, the chapter master is
Chapter
carrying
master
it.
carrying it.
It's living
Fine.
there. By the way, I did not deploy my lieutenant.
So he's gone.
if you want it that way,
Nah,
or
put him in the
I just put him in the drop pod.
you put him in
Yeah.
the it's fine. Could have made first blood.
That you don't have.
I do. I have old school.
Ah, you have old school. That's true. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I have to do that at the start of the battle round or whenever, but whenever I have to do it, I do the
Just do it.
stratagem for the warlord that
Fine.
all
I
of
need
his
that.
aura ranges are increased by 3 inches, so that leaves me with 5 CP.
So the guys around him have 3-inch more range, or what?
No, his auras, like
his
the
auras. Oh,
like the
fine,
seal of
fine.
oath and
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all that
fine,
shit.
fine.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's 9-inch instead of 6.
Yeah.
I have no idea how the clock stands. I can't read that. I'm not able to read the clock. I'm like 3 years old. No, we have a clock, but it's like an old school chess clock, which is kind of charming, but it's harder to read than the digital one.
It is. That's why I need to buy a new one.
I really like just these super plain ones, but
The-
usually
these
in
red,
this red,
yeah,
red, brown,
they're excellent. Yeah.
yeah, Bordeaux red, whatever. He did. He seized. I won the roll off, but he seized with a 6, and now he's going to rush into my line.
Okay.
So what we have is
Well,
Necrons won the roll-up.
right, Necrons were on the roll-off, but Sebastian tried to seize and succeeded. So
So that's a biggie. He has some aggressive Invictus now. And he's able to charge in there as well.
So the very aggressive deployment of Sebastian with his warsuits is paying off. He's up already in the grill of the Necrons.
Yes,
already
what
in the deployment.
Warsits do, yeah. And he's gonna kill a lot of
Yeah.
Lich Guard, and he's gonna kill a croissant, and he's gonna, if he drops the graph, which I'm not sure about if he drops the graph.
I'd say yes, because it's Sebastian. Sebastian tends to play very aggressively. Like he's playing. Usually, what you see at the moment is that the successor chapters use always Masters of Artisan, and usually they take stealthy.
Yeah.
Sebastian does not. He takes long range marksman to get more range, more
Sacrifices
damage, and
firepower
so
for-
now he
staying
sacrifices
power for
income for
firepower.
output. Yep. Which when people a lot of people know him, and they know that he tends to maximize output wherever he can. So I'm pretty sure the graph drop will happen.
Yeah, I mean that's the graph drop will for sure take out a big target, like another flyer, for instance. I don't know if he's able to get line of sight on destroyers. I don't think so. But that's like it helps him a lot. If the Necron counterpunch is weaker, it helps him a lot. But what I wonder is if he gets in range of the Tomb Blades.
Yeah, that would have been my question as well. I don't think so.
I think so, because it's a 24-inch deployment zone. Yeah, no, and he's pushed out 9 inches by the Lich Guard and everything else. So he shouldn't be able to get in range.
Do I actually want that? Yeah. Okay, I've already paid the point. I wasn't sure if it was at the start of the battle round,
Fine.
but at some stage of his life, he's gonna like do that. Is that any phase?
Shooting phase.
Fight or shooting?
Fight or shooting.
That's curious.
With the Necron Codex, you find many stratagems to be very narrowly worded. You don't have a lot of room. It's mostly like one unit targeting another unit just during this phase. So I think it's better to lift these restrictions a little bit, makes more stratagems viable for more units, more situations. Constructing situations too many specific ones will make a codex just not work. It just falls over itself all the time.
That's true, yeah.
Here we can see the wonderful ancient chess clock, and what you may or may not hear is that it's ticking all the time. Like it's really ticking. It drives me nuts.
I used to use that chess clock when I was like cheeky 14-year-old playing chess. Huh? In my chess club, yeah.
For the
Weren't we
for
all?
your school, for school team.
No, it was a chess club actually. It's like that's where you got all the girls. Good old times. Good old times. Ranges to the cross-on are always measured to its base, right? Or are they measured?
No, it's to the base. They are not hull, hull dependent units.
Okay.
Like most things. Played against what was the name? Like the Corn Titanic thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is? Like a
the
mixture
wheelchair
of a tank and a guy, like a Centaur tank, just in Titanic. And it's one of the few Titanic hull models. So he just charged with his guy into the second floor, which I was kind of surprised by. Smashed one of my destroyer units into Nirvana.
Nirvana.
Right into Nirvana. Lord of Skulls? Was it Lord of Skulls?
Lord of Skulls it is, yeah. So That is all good. That is all good. Then I have to figure out craft drop.
Looking at my army, being on display for the internet to see, I'm kind of ashamed. Like, oh my God, I'm not here for best painted.
We cannot see that from here.
Oh God.
It actually
Make sure to do some close-ups later on.
it looks pretty decent from where we are.
Pretty
it was 20
decent
meters
is like
away.
a very bad statement.
Yeah. but that was the intent. Just hit the bare minimum for the painting standard for the tournament.
Get the 500 points for painting.
Get the 500 points. Have a couple of points. Yeah.
I'm gonna
on table.
like for the.
They asked me right before the game.
I'm gonna like pre-measure like my positioning, and then I'm gonna put everything. Okay.
Sure, go ahead. Take a lot of time for your first turn, like maybe an hour and a half. That would be good. I wouldn't mind. Take all the time you need. Maybe tell a funny story in between. You see, I'm losing. Oh, it's my better half just came into it. But whatever.
I'd say that's at least your better 3/4.
Oh. And that's my Proviantierung for later on.
What a luxury.
Surround yourself with people that care for you. Just good advice for life.
Oh.
Don't care for yourself then. Tell her.
All right, then start of my the drop pod goes down there, but as a matter of fact, it goes.
You know I'm cheating already again.
Are you?
Moving my models, yeah. During your turn.
Nice. Good on you.
So we have the graph drop coming in as expected by Sebastian. Question is if he's gonna get line of sight on the destroyers or not.
As we already discussed. Yeah. Then let's start shooting. I'm gonna go with wait 1 second. Is that actually what it needs to be? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna go with. Did I finally deploy my lieutenant, or is he lost totally?
I don't.
Stupid lieutenant.
It's not really that necessary, is it? Not like lieutenants in real life. Eh?
Are you a lieutenant?
No, not with that hairstyle. Serve my time, now I can grow.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's how it goes. All right, lieutenant goes there. Then now shooting. The furthest back SWAT shooting the croissant.
It's a doom sign.
Yeah. Whatever floats your boat. Re-rolling everything that doesn't hit.
Which definitely was necessary.
That's better.
Wounding on 3s. -1.
Re-rolling just 1. -3.
Okay. Goes through.
Yep.
2 damage.
2 damage. Then he's giving them the tactical.
You want me to mark the remaining wounds, or do you want me to
just
mark the
figure
damage?
something out that works, and then I'm fine with that.
Then I will mark the damage.
Okay. Then the one with no penalties.
Sure. Well, it's still -1.
Yeah, but it all hits. 3s, and then there is.
Why do you reroll wounds?
Because that's seal of oath.
Because it's seal of oath. Yeah.
Everything 6.
6 -3.
-3.
So 6 ups coming. None.
Okay.
And I think it's down.
That's history then.
Yep. Looks
Good,
See if it
good.
explodes on 6. Does not explode.
Okay.
1.4 mark for death.
Then yeah,
And kill.
we will do all the accounting side of things later.
Sure.
Then I'm gonna shoot with the graph guns.
Rev guns.
I'm gonna spend 2 CP on that.
Mhm.
Going down to 3. I'm using the I've looked it up how it's called. The Sons of Gilliman
Sons of Galopprennbahn.
gives me reroll to hit of 1, as well as graph amp. Then is full reroll to wound and reroll damage.
Okay.
Then they wait with their shooting. First the infiltrators. First team of infiltrators, the ones with the mortal wounds on this boy.
Go ahead.
Tick, and there's a team reroll involved. That's 1 hit. That is a wound. Minus 3, I think.
-3?
Yeah,
Okay.
the Eliminators. Yeah, Mortis round, -3 with the Devastator Doctrine.
So he takes.
D3. 2.
Okay.
The second team, same target.
Sure.
Squad reroll. All hit.
Yep.
No, toughness 4, right?
G4.
Yeah, so then he's dead.
Okay. I will use my stratagem.
Do you do that right away?
I have to use it right away, but I think he will stand up at the end of the round.
Okay.
So for 1 CP on a 4-up, he comes back.
Yep. But at the end of the round.
At the end of the round, and if I get the CP back,
Yep.
I don't.
Okay.
1 CP down. Is anybody marking that?
You should be.
We have commentators for that.
Then I spent the 2
There has to
CP.
be some perks about
I spent the
being
2
watched.
CP for them, and then they're shooting them. The guy with the signum, one is getting a signum, he's shooting first.
Sure.
Then that is not a reroll. I'm taking
So
this.
now you didn't use anything that allowed them to use their heavy weapons with moving.
Exactly,
without-
I'm hitting on 4-up.
You're
yeah.
hitting on 5-ups because this is a fly.
I'm
Oh no, you're
shooting
shooting
that.
at the Devastator.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So that was a squad reroll.
Destroy.
So
Okay.
that is 3 hits. Then
3
the
hits.
sergeant eats the thick child.
Nom nom.
Then that one shoots again. That's rerolling ones.
Okay.
So that is all hits. And then the normal ones. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Ja, aber der steht am Ende der Runde wieder auf durch he will stand up again by using stratagem, whatever it's called. Something Necron Immortal. Necrons don't die as easy as you think.
Toughness 5.
Okay,
on
I will look
4s.
it up. Just be clear. No, it's fine.
Okay.
Right name of the strategy.
So then you don't have an armor save anymore. You don't have an invul anymore. So that is 4 wounds going through.
Yes.
So first one.
I don't have an armor save because heavy weapons in turn 1.
-4. Yeah.
That's 2.
I'm gonna reroll that.
Okay.
That's 1.
Okay.
Then the second
Yep.
is 3, so 1 down.
Okay, 1 down.
The third is down.
It's down. Okay.
Fourth, I'm
one.
gonna reroll that. It's down.
It's down. Okay.
Yeah, it's a stratagem. It's down,
It's down. Okay.
and then reroll that.
Oh, he has to be down.
It's
because
down.
It's 3 more.
Yep. So the squad's wiped out.
Squad wiped out. Okay, fine.
So that was the destroyed gone by the tacticals with graph cannons, or the devastator squad with graph cannons. Rerolling to hit, to wound, and damage is just whoa.
Dumbassery.
Yes.
Insanely OP, unnecessary.
Can you please say that again? Your mic wasn't on.
Oh yeah. Should I do all the words again?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
unnecessary. So it's just dumb. Actually, it's so unnecessary to have this kind of power in that cheap unit. Yeah, well, but now the destroyers are gone. So one doom size down, the destroyers are down.
It's a heavy hit already.
Well, it was, and it's not over yet. So
Yeah, now the Lich Guard is being shot by the, I don't know, infiltrators in the middle, I guess.
3 wounds.
Yep.
3 saves.
Yep.
You take 2 models, and I save.
Okay.
I said at the beginning of the tournament, I'm sensing Space Marines will win this, and after seeing the second Space Marine army on this table,
It's actually the third.
oh, it's the third, right?
And the
One
second
was
got
one died.
devastated. Yeah.
Well, in the first two turns.
Yeah.
On a 5. That's 2. And the Bolter.
Sorry if the sound just went away for a bit. Technical things happening, but it's back now.
4. And then there's D6 shots. 1. Doesn't hit. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8 minus 2.
8 minus 2. So 8 minus 2. I save none? No, 1. Save 1. So I remove 1 and 2, and this one takes damage.
Okay. Drop pod shooting the boys. 2 shots. 2.
Oh, come on!
2 wounds.
That's ridiculous. Okay. 2 2-ups. Hold.
We were just agreeing on Marines in the actual meta being like completely
Broken.
yeah.
This is actually, I'm quoting myself, this is the same dumbassery than 7th edition Riptide Wing.
It's compared to everything else, it's just way too powerful. And unless we get something with Psychic Awakening, that's just
Yeah, no, but getting the chance on pretty much every roll, re-rolling the freaking
every
rule
dice is
rolls.
gonna come through. That's the point. Yeah.
So yeah, it's not even a dice game because you can re-roll basically anything all the time. So the random factor is actually moved out of the game for Marines.
Yes, and this is not even Iron Hands.
1, 2, 3. I got 1 unit that was marked for death, and I got recon. And then it's your turn.
Okay, fine. And now I am checking what is the name of the stratagem that I used to get my character back up and tell you what it does. So it's Resurrection Protocols. Using the stratagem when a Necron character from your army is slain.
Yep.
At the end of the phase, roll a d6. So I rolled
Yeah.
it too early.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. That's fine.
on a 4-up, the character is set up again as close as possible to its previous location with more than more than 1 inch away from any enemy models with 1 wound remaining. So he comes up with 1 wound at the start of my turn. He regens D3 wounds because he's equipped back with the mantle. That increases his living metal ability. He gains 3 wounds back, so it's back up to 4. Fine.
And why do you use like a special die for that?
Oh, do you want me to reroll? I just grabbed it because it was there. You can check the dice if you want to.
Okay. I'm just like with this kind of thing, like I have like my lucky dice and shit like that. That's
No. I'm not. It was just in my hand, or in my position.
Okay.
Please check it if you want. Okay, so you murdered 300 points of 250 points of destroyers. That's bad. But I'm trying to get back into this game. Stop it! That was pretty bad. I didn't like it.
We have Marines seen done worse.
We've seen some things. So.
Okay, start of the turn. After you use a couple of abilities, I start with attack on this unit and the Lich Guard, so they get +1 to hit, +1 movement. And I use a CP to give the Immortal unit, which is right now out of coherence. I don't know why, but these 2 Immortals also +1. And I get the CP.
So how many do you have?
7.
Do you put dice up there for that?
This is your dice for the CP? Or what is it?
We just
Use this one. These ones, fine. So 6 and 1? 11. Good. These guys try Resurrection Protocols to bring back the ones you destroyed. 1 comes back. Three up saves for the big boys.
Yep.
I call them big boys, but what is the real name of these?
Invictor Tactical Warsuit.
Invictors. Well, my Immortals are still standing, while 2 other 3 kind of So they coming up. These fuckers have to die. They do way too much damage. They definitely have to die. My god. How can they do so much damage?
So funny that like the Devastators from the drop pod, they're literally a single-use weapon.
Which is fair. They should be. They should.
PC you spend on it?
2. You mean they should be cheaper because it's a one-use only weapon?
The funny thing is, like with Science of Guilliman, you have the reroll to 1s that makes them like rather flexible. I could have waited another turn to bring them with Tactical Doctrine, and they do even more damage. But their DMG is enough to take out a squad of destroyers, and then I'd rather take the squad and like spend 2 CPs on it than save the CP and take a turn of punishment from them. I still have to spend 1 anyway when they come. So.
This lane.
So, quick recap of Marines turn 1. We have seen the Invictus moving up, pushing the Necrons in their deployment zone, basically. Everything else pretty much stood still, or just used the firing lanes it had. Devastators dropped down, and shooting saw Doomscythe.
The
Doomscythe killed by the suppressors. Both squads shot in it and killed it. And the Graph Devastators killed all the destroyers in the top left corner, which was to be expected, I guess. I think Christian tried to zone it out a bit to make it hard, and now they're standing like not in a good position. the Devastators and the Tomb Blades may get there and everything, so that was maybe the best you could get out of the situation. And other than that, just 2 more destroyers died from the Invictor Warsuits. 1 came back. And I'm not sure, 2, 4, 6, 8, I think 2 Lich Guard died. 2 like small arms fire. And a Cryptic was sniped by the Eliminators and came back up at the end of the round.
Right. So, Faroon, to your question, Iron Hands Ultramarines for the Invictor Warsuit. Actually, I don't see any benefit for him being Iron Hands. I mean, as an Iron Hands player, I would take him as well, because it's just so good. But either Iron Hands or Ultramarines, I'll go Ultramarines, because I don't see Iron Hands with their chapter tactics and with all the bonuses they can get. They prefer a castle style, and the Warsuit is not made for that. Do you have anything to add?
I don't know if the Invictor Warsuits are about benefiting from anything. They do have flamers.
They do.
Then it's like a successive chapter thing, like here, if you have 3+ range on the flamers as well, it adds another layer.
Yeah, but you've never,
and everything.
you would never play an Iron Hands Assessor chapter.
No, but is the question only Ultramarines or Iron Hands, or as we see a lot of times here, playing Ultramarine successors, for instance?
Yeah, so I prefer Ultramarine Successor or any kind of Successor chapter.
Having them stealthy, for example, just like putting them in the grill of the opponent, stealthy, having a 2-up save, standing around, it's pretty nice. So, movement-wise, we see destroyers coming out of their hiding place. Certainly with a line of sight to the Devastators, but I think they will not be the primary target. Tomb Blades will go at the Devastators first. Croissants moving up, also move blocking. It's put the top croissant in a very nice position where it's out of line of sight of the long range guns of the Marines. I like that. Let's see what the Necron Psychic Phase does.
Yeah.
That's my time.
How you doing, man?
How you doing?
Welcome.
Welcome.
My time from Alliance Open. I would like to say have a seat, but we don't have any seats. But
well, just
here, right?
oh no, that's the microphone.
Oh,
no, just take a seat. That's all right, man.
Thank you.
Martijn, how is it going?
Very well. Yeah, it's a very comforting morning.
Yes.
There's the place runs itself at the time.
Yeah.
So Danny is playing a game. CJ did all the painting. So all the scores on Pun are actually updated, and everybody has painting scores now.
Oh, that's good. So the ranking is now reflecting the actual ranking.
Yes, it is.
Will be at the end, adding all the games.
Adding all the games, yeah.
And the floor runs smoothly.
Very smoothly. I think the hotel also knew what was needed now, so we see that everything is up to what we want and what they want. So that's very good.
Yeah. Necrons going into the shooting phase. Yeah. What time? We have here Necrons playing against the Space Marines. Space Marines had first turn and blew away one of the croissants of Doom and a unit of destroyers. And now we see like if there's a decent counterpunch.
So just for my vision, he had 3 croissants of that, and then how many? I see some raids or other.
No, that's destroyers.
Oh, more destroyers.
Yes, 2 units of destroyers.
And then how many immortals does he have?
Just 15.
Oh.
And a unit of Lich Guard, actually.
Ah, well,
that's in between the 2 Doom signs, that's Lich Guard.
Well, that could be surprising for a counterpunch.
Yes, if they make the charge up in the midfield, that will be pretty nice for them.
Yeah, but the -2 with a crater.
Well, you can get there. You see that one Marine is outside the crater.
Ah,
that's
yeah.
the closest one.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can make the charge without charging through the crater, I think.
Yeah, that is possible. So that could make a big difference. especially if the Lich Guard, if they're in the middle of the board, you have
Yes.
to do something about it. So
Standing in the trader with a 2-up safe, they like that.
they really like that. I actually think that Necrons are in a very good place right now. They have had their points reduced, which make them. The problem is that they didn't have enough models on the board, and now they can have that extra
that
few
bit
models.
more, yeah. Yes, and we see them regularly at top level tables. Not in finals that much, but on top level tables. There's a couple of similar list builds that work in the competitive setting. So that's
Yeah.
good for Necron players. I like that.
It's like a 4-in-1 army.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
you will never get the 5-0, but you will probably, if you're a good player and you have a good list, you can get to 4-1 if you don't have the really bad matchups.
Yes. It's a tier 1 and not a tier super Saiyajin.
Indeed. And the Dreadnoughts, how do they fare? Because I've seen 2 games with the Dreadnoughts now.
Yes, they are everywhere. Every Marine list has them. Most of them only have 1, but 3 is pretty aggressive because what you do is you just push the opponent back at the start of the game. You just put them in their grill and they have to deal with them. Otherwise you just flame and shoot and punch everything.
Yeah, they're actually quite good in combat as well, yeah.
And so you just put something in his grill to deal with and everything else in the back lives because he has to sacrifice so much firepower for it. And he, in this list, he has 3 Invictor war suits, 2 or 3 units of sniper infiltrators, and 2 units of 10-man infiltrators. So it's so much stuff
in your
which
face.
is in the middle of the board, turn 1, and a drop pod as well. He's everywhere.
Yeah,
at the beginning of the game.
And the good thing about the Invictor war suits and putting more pressure on is that you have that so much needed second turn of high volume shooting with your background, which I play Dark Angels, and that's one of the problems with Dark Angels, the low model count. You can put something in your face, but you don't have anything in the back that holds objective and can still do a decent amount of damage.
Same with Harlequins for me.
Yeah, we play hard mode, right?
Yes, that's why I stopped playing Harlequins competitively. It
Yeah.
doesn't work.
But it looks very good. I'm very happy with how everything turned out, and I really cannot wait for the next event. Like every event is going back to back at the moment, and well, it doesn't even feel like work, you know.
But you guys are doing an awesome job. This runs so smoothly. So for everybody listening, Alliance Open just like they came here to Bremen. We basically invited them or did this together, and they just came over with a trailer and set up 40 awesome tables and make a tournament run so smoothly.
Well, thank you.
This is really great, and this is something we haven't had before. With so many players talking to us last night, just like, wow, this is something we needed. Basically.
Yeah, I think the main difference between Alliance Open and other tournament organizers that we consider ourselves as hosts.
Yes.
And if it's a different mindset that makes it like, okay, everybody's here to have a good time, and we are sure that everyone will have a good time.
Yeah. Pay a ticket to have a good time.
Yeah, and then we can make sure that everyone has. I mean, you can make a lot of things happen for competitive play, but you want to make sure that everyone has that is not really that competitive can still have a good time. And the only thing, in my opinion, that you can do that is fully painted armies, nicely painted terrain,
yes,
and like a good ambience, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's the main things you need for a good good tournament or a good event. Yeah,
it makes it just take another step of professionalism and just enjoyment and immersion and everything. Yeah, I love it.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna check back and see if everything is alright. Because Danny is playing a game and CJ, well, he's being CJ and being.
So you have a TO now.
Yes, yeah. I'm the general manager at the moment.
I like that Danny's playing a game. You look very tired and did a lot of work too. So.
Yeah, and yesterday we played a game that was like 2 turns and I was tabled.
Oh.
So yeah, I was not sad about it, but yeah, it happens. I actually tried my new list for the Malmo GT, that's going to be in the end of October. So I really have to work on the list because it's not good enough yet. So we'll see.
All right.
Well, thank you for the talk. Yeah, and I'll check in back later.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. So I give it back to the players and see what the Necrons do.
Let's fight through.
Yep.
5d3.
Yep.
3, 5, 7, 8, 10. He takes 10.
Okay.
And the other one. Oh. Wounds already 5 out of 6. Wound 6 out of 6.
Save none.
So he takes 6d3, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 10, 1, 9.
Mm-hmm.
The back 2 tomb plates are not in range.
Mm-hmm.
So I take 2, 4 on the left one and 3 on the right one.
Mm-hmm.
That's 4 times 4. That's 16 shots. So we do it like 8 and 8. Ones and twos don't hit. 6s explode. Wounding on 5s. One, two, three, 4.
That's for this one, right?
For this one.
For this one. Okay. Yeah. All safe.
Okay. Then we get 3 to the forward one. That's 3 times 4. It's 12 shots. Sixes explode. 1, 2, 3, 4. On 5s and 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 saves, please.
That is 3.
3 through, so.
Yep. He's down to 1 wound.
Okay. And he's down to 3 wounds?
3 wounds, yep.
3 and 1, fine. Okay, I put 5 immortals that haven't shot yet into this one. Maybe 4 into him and 2 into him.
Oh yeah, thank you.
It's fine. That's higher shot number. 5s explode, so that's 4 exploding.
No, 5 stones explode.
These are immortals, they have +1 to hit.
Yeah, you've already shot the unit with +1 to hit, and the other +1 to hit unit was this one.
And I use Immotech to add +1 to that and to the other immortal unit.
So you have 4 units.
I have 4. It's
Okay.
on tape.
Okay. Whatever.
Immotech can use the ability.
Yeah, whatever. Roll,
My
roll,
will be done
roll,
twice.
roll, roll.
Okay, I will.
My will be done.
My will be done is the.
Yeah, you can use it twice.
He can use it twice by targeting exotic ability, exotic units, and then there's a stratagem where he can use it again with the same.
But he can use the rule twice anyway. But that doesn't mean he uses it as 4 times. That's 3.
No, it is not. You can. Yes. Use.
No, I wanna have a look at that.
Okay, this is the stratagem.
Yeah.
Pharaoh's will. Use the stratagem of an overlord.
Yeah.
That model can immediately use that ability for
Okay.
a second time.
Yeah,
this turn.
and then go to
And
Immotech.
And Immotech. That's not good.
Yeah, players are just debating on if Immotech can do he can do the my will be done twice because he's him, and then there's the Sortex stratagem to use my will be done again, and the question is if he can do it again twice. We will see how that turns out. Any opinions on that in the chat?
Yeah, that is my will be done. And then he has a rule that says, Lord,
Pharaoh of the Sortex Dynasty.
and he can use the my will be done ability twice, but he cannot use this ability twice. That means you have 3 times.
Only 3 times then?
Yeah.
I always played it like 4, and I'm
Then
not sure if there is an FAQ for it.
We gonna get CJ. to check that up?
Fine.
If you're cool.
Fine.
Yeah.
Because it's like an open question and
Good question.
yeah.
Why not?
Maybe you just carry on with a different
I
shooting.
will do different shooting then.
Okay.
That's okay with you? Okay, fine. So I have the Doom side. I have a Doom side.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, there's CJ already. That's the wrong books, unfortunately.
but could you please check with official FAQ?
the story is
Can you do it 4 times?
I don't
Yeah.
want to cheat anybody. It's just how I've been playing it, like for a while now. But I know that people are prone to interpret
What?
rules.
Okay.
I would. Well, we could do this, but you have to live with me crying on the floor after a second or so.
That will be too heartbreaking.
So the rules question has been cleared by CJ. He's going into the rules and you would carry on the shooting phase at different points.
Yeah.
So you can use it twice, and the other thing that you can use it a second time. Exactly. So either it's 2 and 2 or it's 4.
Well, Faroon, if you want to play them for Iron Hands, you can do that. I was just stating that I think they are better as Ultramarines, but of course they can still work as an Iron Hands choice.
And then you get a third time, but you don't use the rule my movie guns twice. You use my movie guns an additional.
I get where you're going. Absolutely, I completely see it. I think I forgot.
So yeah, he now carries on shooting.
This is the first one. He hits 3 times and adds to it, creating 4 wounds, and he's already gone. Okay. I was trying to get rid of these 2, so I'll put the big gun into the one with 3 left, and I put the small gun into the one with 1 left. It's 8 shots into the small one. It's 1 6, 3 misses, adding 2, strength 7, so wounds on 3. 2, 4, 6 wounds.
All good.
Okay. And the big gun, 3 shots, hitting 3 times.
Okay.
Wounding on 3s. Only 1.
6 up, right?
No, it's -5.
Ah, okay. Shit.
But I will use a reroll on that. I will use a reroll.
Okay.
So 1 CP down. You take 6 and it's gone. So that's the big one that had 3 left.
Does it explode? No, it doesn't.
So now I can I just throw the guys with regular shots into him then, and let's see where we get with this. So they only hit 5 times. They don't do any wounds.
Okay.
So now it's relevant. Okay. I was hoping you would just die.
So that was your shooting?
I still have the spare ability to hit.
No. It's the spare ability, yeah.
Which is used in the shooting phase.
So you had in the roll you had 2 2s and 2 5s. So if they rule it in your favor, you get 1, 2, 6 more hits. Roll them and see if that.
We just have to play it first.
Yeah, I'll tell them.
You can tell us. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And it would matter.
And
So
it doesn't matter.
We checked the wording of both the rule of Imotech and the wording of the stratagem. The rule of Imotech is that it can use his ability twice, and the stratagem basically says when the ability is used, it's used again. So it doubles the effectiveness of the ability. So you can use it 4 times. Yeah, it's
He's not using the "my will be done" ability.
yeah, but
The stratagem is not with a single word mentioning the other ability.
the my will be done ability, if that triggers,
Yeah.
the stratagem says you can immediately do it again.
Yeah, but you use the "my will be done," and "my will be done" with Imhotep is not giving him the additional time. It's a different special rule.
The special rule gives him the ability to use my will be done twice.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
then the stratagem goes and says like, he uses "my will be done" again, and not he uses the special rule again
Yeah,
that
but
gives him "my will be done."
The
twice.
special rule gives him the ability to do my will be done twice.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then he goes and says like, I use a stratagem and
Yes.
I use "my will be done" again.
Yes.
Why is the other special rule triggered at all?
Because he's basically Imhotep says he can do it twice. Yes.
Yeah, but that is not one.
Or use it
sequence.
twice.
It is not one sequence.
We're not stating it's one sequence. We're saying he can do it twice, and the stratagem doesn't specify only one use if he uses a
No,
stratagem.
the stratagem says he does "my will be done" again.
Yeah,
But it is
please
like
pause the time.
Just pause the clock for a minute, no worries. We've looked at.
give me where's the pen? I need the pen.
So the rules debate goes
So
on. but
you
I
have
think
here.
should not take that too
You
far.
have MVD. MVD. So he has like this Imhotep rule that says like I can use "my will be done." He uses "my will be done." So and then the stratagem comes and says he can use "my will be done" again. But where is the connection that this stratagem goes now and triggers this Imhotep rule?
This is the part that's important.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that the rule from Imhotep does
Yeah.
is allow him to do this twice. So
No.
the special rule is not
The thing is like you get to use "my will be done" once as a normal overall. Then you have a rule that says Imhotep can use like this rule allows him to use this rule twice.
Yeah, so he
And
can
no-
use
no-
that rule twice. That's the gem is a different special.
No,
There's no debate.
can I finish my point? The thing is like he triggers this rule once and then this rule triggers him to use that rule again. It is not that this rule triggers and then immediately he uses it again and then again and again. He uses this once and uses it twice and then a third time he gets it with that.
But that's the head judge decision there. So
This is ruling I'm going to
Yeah.
make you.
Okay, and
If you can find something that debates this later
I'm
on, no worries.
still contesting this. I'm gonna look
That's
for
fine.
something and then we will have a word about that. Rightio, let's keep on with the game. Did you manage to stop the clock?
So decisions have been made. My will be done is used 4 times now.
Yeah, and it's not okay, and you keep going.
Well, now we're getting to a calm game here.
Mostly done with shooting, I think, so use it liking. We're probably going to use against those tests down there. These are 3 units and
Yep.
the eyes close to.
Yep.
So the ones with the blue and
Yep.
So they take 4 models. Upper one, nothing. Other upper one, nothing.
So okay, we've got the ruling now from the head judge, which is the ability is going to get triggered twice, not a total of 3. And this, well, then the whole debate occurs because Imhotep can trigger the "my will be done" rule twice, and the stratagem says "my will be done" can be used
If
twice.
he uses my will be done, then it's used twice. That's basically the interpretation CJ does here. The wording of Imhotep is "my will be done." If Imhotep uses my will be done, he can use it twice. And the stratagem
Yeah,
allows him
but
to use "my will be done," and so he uses it twice.
The thing is, why is it 4 and why I'm stating it's 4 as well is you're using "my will be done." If Imhotep is on your table, you can use it twice. If you have a stratagem that says use "my will be done" again, you're using "my will be done" again. Imhotep is on the table, you can use it twice, so 4 times.
Yeah, exactly. And there might be a discussion later
There is
on, but
definitely,
as the chat states,
there's definitely
there's
chance.
the decision by the head judge to accept it and debates afterwards. Yeah. So should we go back to the players who are calming back down?
You are in a crater, but only if I move through the crater, I
Yep.
would have to
Yep.
charge distance, and I
Yep.
wasn't. But then again, it's fine.
All right.
All right, your turn.
So
Charge nicht geschafft?
he didn't make the charge with the Lich card, which looked like an 8 or 9 inch charge anyway, so might as well not work. So what did he do? He killed 2 Invictor Warsuits. He killed the Graph Devastators, which is big. Like, he needed that for sure. But
Hey!
he actually killed more. He does not hold more for sure. So Sebastian holds more. Marines hold more. So what do you think about the damage of the Necrons? Was that enough? What do you think about the damage made by Necrons? Was it a good enough counterpunch?
He killed, in the end he killed the Devastator unit, right?
And 2 Warsuits.
And 2 Warsuits. Well, it's
decent.
It is decent, at least the possible melee push is now basically stopped. Actually, that one Invictus might get through, but because they kick like a freaking train when they get into melee. So, yeah, Crow, there's nothing in the FAQ. We had to check it as well. Actually, yeah, I think the charge that did not happen, that might be very crucial.
Yeah.
If that would have worked out, I'd say Necrons were big in.
Yes, yes. With the Lich card holding the center objective, standing there with a 2-up save in the crater, that would be awesome. Or maybe wrap in a unit of Eliminators or something, not getting shot at by the aggressors who are now coming out to play and will wipe the Lich card off their feet. But then again, yeah, he has the couple of suppressors in the back, and the rest is just bolter fire. And there's a couple of range issues going on here, so it's a lot of bolters won't be able to fire. I will go to the table and get to know if he switched to the doctrine. And we'll get the score for the Necron player.
Okay, he's counting kill more, hold, 2 BGH, and first blood for old school, so it wasn't bad at all, actually. I mean, it was crystal clear that Sebastian with his Marines will get gangbusters pretty much right away. Recon is not that easy, actually. I think he can do it maybe to... Well, it depends how much damage he does now. I think the dropper is dropped in a way that it is in 2 quarters. Is it right? The drop pod for recon, the drop pod is dropped so it touches both quarters, I guess.
It looks like that, yeah. So it's definitely in the right half, and it should be in the left half as well.
For race, you have to pour just a lot of more shot. It's the 3 of them. It will break at a certain amount of the oldest fire.
Lich guard having more or less the same profile, but they can punish you for focus firing on the unit. Especially you, because mortal wounds are a pain for your arm. But you'll have to do it nonetheless, so I guess I will... It's like you take a wound for every 2 you make, on average. Sometimes you take more, but sometimes you take none. But to down 20 wounds of Lich Guard, you have to sacrifice 10 wounds of Fun App. Perfectly fair. At least that is for the same.
So we have a quick score update here. Total score at the bottom of 1 is 7-6 for the Space Marines. Christian made 2 big game hunter points for the Invictors, and he did the kill, the first strike for old school, and he killed more, while Sebastian hold more, so he's on 7 now.
He's advancing.
Necron player building a new tomb world there with a fancy target priority dice.
Just wasting time. My opponent trying to find a way to
Break that castle.
break that.
It's so hard to put the castle in the middle of the table if he has so many infiltrating threats. If I got first turn, I probably would have been, more of my army would have been in this position, and on second turn I could grab the middle. I have to grab the middle at some point, I think, because my 24-inch range damage dealers are, well, they won't be affected if I just murder like these couple of boys here. I could have gone with Mark for death to deny him some of his sacrificial units, which was kind of the plan with the big game hunter. But apart from that, it's hard to get good secondaries on the army. I would love a discussion with people more experienced with the ITC format than I am. Actually, I'm kind of out of my waters here, out of my depths.
Chat,
It's actually
what Christian has picked for secondaries, we can tell him afterwards.
Oh no, you can tell me now because this is already done. That's fast.
Alright, so shooty.
Oh, you are shooting with this army?
I am.
Surprising.
I am. That's kind of my thing. That's how I roll. This unit is first of all.
Also, first turn using amalgamated targeting data would have put would it down. I don't know, like 12 wounds worth of Primaris.
First one,
probably maybe more.
First one is what's that strategy?
The three Doomside strategy.
The Lonesome Sergeant destroyers.
Lonesome Sergeant on poor destroyers.
Yes.
Go for it.
Reroll.
It's
2 wounds.
2. With -3.
No, -2 because I changed
only
the
-3 now.
Changed the doctrine.
-2 now. Okay, so I have 5 ups. I save 1 and lose 1, and 1 is already damaged, so he goes down.
Then there's the 2-man squad, same target. Reroll.
Squad reroll.
Squad reroll. The 2-man squad is not in range of him. 2 wounds as well.
2 wounds as well. Saves 1, wounds 1. So 1 takes 2.
Then the infiltrators, first team, heavy shots on them as well.
Sure.
All hit.
Sure.
Squad reroll. 1 wound.
1 wound, downs 1.
No, it's.
Oh no, I have a save. What is the? Oh, save. Holds. Hold.
Then
not the door, just the position, please.
Second team, same target.
Squad reroll.
Reroll everything.
Reroll
Chapter
everything.
Master.
Chapter Master.
Squad reroll. 1 mortal wound and 1 save.
The mortal wound is applied before the save or after the save?
He's down to 1 wound anyway, so then the mortal wound first and then the save.
Okay. Saves.
Okay.
So another 1 down. Now the rest is in cover.
Okay. Then
But their damage capacity is massively reduced already. Their output.
Okay, the 3-man squad is waiting.
Fine.
Waiting for what is the question? Then there's
Line of sight on a flyer?
maybe. Then there's this squad shooting this side. And the same position that you had a line of sight, and they moved a bit out.
Yeah.
That is 1 wound.
That's
that
one
is
hit.
a second wound, and that is a reroll, and that is 2 more hits. And that is a reroll, so that is 2 wounds. Auto wounds on the hit.
Auto
roll of 6.
wounding, but no AP?
AP -1.
AP minus
Tactical
1
doctrine is active.
goes through 2 of them.
Okay.
Takes 2.
Then the bot, everything there.
Everything!
The little shots, thing on 5s.
Nope. Yeah, of course. Nothing.
The heavy bolter, reroll to hit, 2 hits.
Wounding on 5s.
Wounding on 5s, reroll to wound, 1 wound, -1.
Goes through.
D6 shots, 2. 2 hits, and that's cocked. 1 wound, -1.
Holds.
Easy money. The flamer says 6.
All the hits. On 5s and 6s. With -1?
Yep.
Goes through. Like 4 out of... No, 3 out of 4 4-ups. These are all the good rolls I need for the Lich Guard.
Then the first shooting attack from them.
Yes.
Targeting the Lich Guard.
I will use the stratagem.
Yes.
Try to regen CP. And I do. Going up to 4.
With a 2?
That's a 6.
Oh.
So, yes. I roll 2 dice because I spent 2 CP.
46.
Yes.
That's 12.
Sure.
4 guys shooting, that's 6. 24, 36.
36. Coming up.
I do 2 batches of 18.
Fine.
And then
You have the chapter master in range, so you can reroll.
In range, exactly.
Okay.
And then there's 5s to wound.
5s to wound. I see 2.
And then there's a rerolling of 1s and a squad reroll.
Already roll my 2.
Is, please don't.
1. Okay. Fine.
So then there's 1 more. Roll that now.
Whoop, sorry. 2 head. Hold.
Okay.
Even with -1, they're on 3 up in vulnerables.
Yeah. This, then rerolling 1s, and I've had the squad reroll this shooting already, so just the 1s. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 more. Okay. 3, 6, and 3. So 1 went through so far. I will mark it on, well, this guy. You lose 2 wounds, 2 mortals, and I take 3. It's kind of like, you see, I'm downing 1 of your guys for every 2 you down of mine.
Second shot of them.
Sure.
Same target.
Sure.
That's 15, 19, plus 24.
Oh no, they have 3 now, don't they? The aggressor is 3
they have
wounds.
3. Yep.
Okay.
19 plus.
Welcome, those that are just again coming online and just switch to our nice little channel here. We're at the Alliance Open Bremen ITC tournament, 2,000 points here in Bremen, Germany. This is round 4. This is Sebastian with his Ultramarine Successor chapter versus Christian and his Necrons. We're at the moment we're on top of turn 2. It's a shooting phase for the Marines.
No, it's
No,
not.
no.
Whatever it is, it's not that.
Not 34,
Whatever it is, it's not that.
not 34, but it's 43. That's the same number, it's just reversed. Fives, I see 4, 5, 6.
So there's
6, maybe 7? No,
7.
6. 2, 4, 6, 7. 7.
Then there's squad reroll and reroll.
Okay.
That's cocked.
So that's 7 from my side.
Yeah, that's 7 from this batch. 1 goes out.
Okay. I roll 7, you lose 3 mortals, and I take 3.
Okay. $43, and there's I did 21.
So you lost 6 mortals right now?
5.
5, okay. Hits. More hits. Wounds. Not enough wounds. 2, 3, 4, 5. I see another 6 there, yeah. 2, 4, 6, 7 again.
And then there's the reroll. 1 more, 8.
Why did you reroll 4 dice?
1. Rerolling once.
Oh, rerolling once, of course. The lieutenant is, yeah.
10 there.
Okay. So it's, that was 6, 2 go through, you take 1 mortal.
Yeah.
And another one? 7 or 8? Was it 7 or 8? 8. Okay, 2 more. Another mortal for you, and I say. So, lose 1.
Then, these boys, same target. How many is left?
5. 5 left.
Squad, same target.
Sure.
Low hit rerolls. 1 outer wound. 5s.
Fine.
Rerolling 1s is 2 wounds.
2 wounds. 2 go through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spending 2 CP to give them 20 times 2 shots, so it's 40 shots.
40 shot.
Yeah, in them as well.
So they go to rapid fire 2.
Exactly.
So they have 20 shots.
No, they're stationary.
Oh, they're stationary. Yeah. Yep, sure. 40 shots.
So there's rerolling once and the SWAT reroll. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the first batch.
2, 4, 6, 7.
Yeah.
I take 1 and you take 3.
Okay. Second batch.
Yes.
One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 3. So that is gonna be 11.
11?
Yeah.
From 7 to 11?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see about it. I take 2 and you take 2.
So how many of these boys is left there now?
5 wounds left.
Then the boss himself.
Boss himself. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have just had CJ on the streaming table, and he told us what he's gonna tell to the players right now.
this one. You see, this is a game-changing situation because I allowed this to not. You see that I could have profited massively from this destroyers not being.
I do see that, but I think you made the fair call because we're now.
I'm feeling bad about making
but we're not playing
the fair call.
But you're playing the fair call. You're playing the rules as they are, and not as you.
The rules as they are in special cases
then,
the rules as the judges interpret them.
Okay. Team reroll. Then there's one wound on the Lich Guard.
Yes, sure. Goes through.
Yep. Then I have to take a morale check for the boys here. That's cool. You have to take a morale check for the Lich Guard.
I'm thinking about using 2 CP to keep them standing.
What do you thinking?
Sure.
I got hold one, kill one.
So,
Can I state of the clock?
we'll have a look at the clock in a moment. Just a quick recap because the sound was broken for a moment and I don't know for how long. Because like the power switch, I don't know, whatever reasons. It's back now, and we had CJ in here.
The head judge.
Yeah, maybe you just tell yourself what the ruling on the My Will Be Done was.
Okay, so we've been trying to find any precedent regarding similar abilities, because the way it's the way Philip explained it, the way Sebastian explained it, you can interpret it both ways at the moment, unfortunately. So I've been debating it with the.
Oh, it's giving me too much now.
Your mistakes don't matter.
It's so don't yours. I mean, sorry, but
What were my mistakes?
oh, come on. I don't charge there. Whatever makes you feel fine about it. Fine. Go.
No, please.
Okay, then fire Overwatch with your.
Two blades.
No.
Only one. Do you want to charge both units?
Oh no, that's a crater there, right?
Yeah, it's greater.
That would be an 11-inch charge, so that's probably not gonna happen. You know what? For fairness sake, I don't charge. Go for it.
For fairness sake,
Yeah.
you realize this is not a good move to charge me here, and now you are putting it under the mantle of fairness.
Come on.
Okay, I try to regen Lich Guard.
If I make that charge, the game's over. If I just roll and I still have a reroll, then the game is just done. So, and I forgot it, I pass it, I don't. Save the Lich Guard, play your turn.
Okay, there is a lot of
Bad feeling right.
let's take a step.
All right.
How can we make this more pleasant?
We make it like this. And just get back to the pleasant way how we've been playing the game before. What? Yeah. Got 1 hour left.
Okay.
Display of good sportsmanship here. There's disagreement on the table. Just like get back to let's play a good game. I think that's a fair way of acting and.
Yeah, Admiral. Things can get heated, as you know. So we had that moment now, and I hope we will pass it. We've got still 1 hour on the clock. It's of course it's a heated matchup, and but well, yeah. Let's just hope.
Big up to Philip, to Christian, sorry, to like bringing that game back to like a fun state. Yes, I like that.
Yeah, Kroll. The really important thing is that they just give high five, give each other a hand, and say, okay, just have a look at the future of this game and not look on the past, which will basically this will bother you to the end of the game and even longer. So staying pissed off, that will be a bad sport. Yeah, sure. Yeah, and there's no reason for it. You cannot win. You cannot win if you play if you're being pissed off all the game long. So. But that is a lie.
What is a lie?
Wargame is a human.
No, we're not. So back to the game and the state of the game. What has happened in the marine shooting phase is we have seen the destroyed.
Quite literally.
Yeah. The Lich Guard being like back to I think one or two guys, and now he brought back a bunch.
Yeah, he rolled quite well
because he forgot to charge with a warsuit. He just forgot to charge it. That's a
also
mistake.
in that, yeah, it's if you play rules as written, that happens, right?
Yes.
If you forget something, it can happen.
I mean, you can always say, yeah, no, do it, but which they did. Like in the first turn, everything. Oh, I forgot this. Yeah, come on, it's all right. I've got the pedal and in this phase, because it went so heated, they forgot basically everything they did in the first turn, fairness wise.
So
let's hope they regain that composure.
Yeah, they added. And what the Lich Guard did while dying was killing a bunch of stuff because he triggered like mortal wounds on saves of 6s. So there's like a bunch of dudes just on marines just fell over.
At least two of the aggressors, 3 I think.
Yeah, and so I think the damage output was it's not as much as he would have thought. So both croissants of death are still doing death. Tomb Blades are still alive and kicking.
Yeah, and even without the Surgeon, the croissants of that, the Doom sites are still
they shoot like crazy.
2 aggressors died due to the mortal wounds.
Okay, 2 aggressors.
2 aggressors died, and 1 is on 1 wound.
That's pretty awesome.
So not, especially in considering the matchup.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, wait, sorry, yeah.
They have 3.
Yeah. Of course they have 3, yeah. Why wouldn't they, right?
There's no reasoning why they wouldn't have.
And now he's 3 Lich Guard.
We had a question, okay, what was the second ruling I did? So we looked it up, and the only precedent we could find for a similar situation was the Scorpius launcher with Kronos. So you had the ability to shoot twice in an additional time. That was recently ruled at another ETC event to be only 3 times. So that's the only precedent I could find of a similar situation with comparable wording in both strategems and abilities. So that's the one we're gonna uphold from this point onwards. I took a small rule council with all the other Necron players in the event. We discussed the company and go like, okay, what's everyone's interpretation of this? What precedents do we have? Okay, what seems, what is then a fair ruling?
And even if the players of that army decide that it's the worst of both options for them.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what actually triggered me to be like, okay, I'll try and see if I can find a precedent for a similar situation. And then the Scorpius thing was the only one that came up. Unfortunately, this is still an ability that's not been FAQ'd by Games Workshop. And considering similar FAQs and rulings being necessary at the moment, this is definitely something going to the rules, this afternoon.
Yeah.
Possibly I'll try and contact Neil Kerr because he has a direct line now at the moment.
That should have come up earlier, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
like really.
Yeah, but it's I think
a lot of people playing Imotech.
Yeah, I think to be fair, I think it's something Philip has experienced.
Christian is his name.
Christian, sorry. I don't know how to keep going.
Yeah, it's just in there.
There's always Philip, right? Yeah. I think depending on your local meta and if the interpretation there is, for example, the way that Christian is playing it now. There's no one contesting that at the moment. You get used to playing it a certain way. Right. But looking at the general consensus and the only precedent available, which all point to 3 times instead of 4, that seems like the only fair way to continue at this point. Right. Yeah.
So I think it's totally fair to continue from that point, but go back at that point. It's really hard to do if there was a shooting phase in between.
Yeah, I agree. And Philip allowing Sebastian to put back to the suppressors, I believe, or eliminators. I think it was eliminators.
That's kind.
Suppressors.
Simple acts of kindness.
Yeah. Which was okay, and Sebastian, while being bummed out that he forgot, understood that as well. So I think the game state is now back to a way that it can continue in a good way.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're both still super serious, which is good.
Yeah, it's still a table 4 top table game, and it's still everyone's game, I think.
Yeah, sure, for sure, yeah.
It's the first Marine game that is actually a game after 2 turns of Marine shooting.
Yeah. So far, yes.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah, we saw Tom versus Root earlier yesterday, which was the other way around.
Yes,
it
but
was
it was two turns of shooting as well.
Yeah, but then the Marine player was the one on the bottom. And then we saw Manuel versus Veselin, exactly, the elder player. And then it was the other way around. You can Manuel's list, especially with the last fusels, was amazing against all the vehicles. And with Master Artisan coming back in as well, it's a really nice combination. You have the same thing. I think a small update. I was looking at the table of Dean Co with his
on the top table.
At the top table. At the last time I looked, versus Balia, first manual, and Dean was looking quite confident. He did a lot of damage, and Bell did not retaliate to the full extent.
What is Dean playing?
Dean is playing a Chaos army with the Nurgle keyword. So he has 3 Lord Discordants, he has a lot of Dreadnoughts with Butcher Cannons, and then a lot of Helldrakes, which is something
interesting.
Not a lot of people see. But he uses them mainly to, he shoots up quite a bit of the opponent's army, and then charges in the Helldrakes to lock everything up, and then next turn recycle out.
They're fast,
and they're so fast, and they're not a flyer; they just have flight speed. It's really it's something that takes a lot of people off guard. So when I looked at the game, Dean got turn 1, and a lot of the units Manuel still had left were either locked up or being touched by the Helldrakes. So that's why the return fire was quite lackluster, I think. But yeah, the game is still progressing there, so things might swap either way. The main room still has 35 minutes remaining on the clock. So things might still change up, so it's still a game there.
Do you know about the game of Jan and Thomas?
It looked quite cagey. Jan was occupying a large room in the center of the table with most of his army, being really ballsy with his deployment, and then managed to get turn 1, which was quite important. But yeah, I don't know if he did enough damage in his first turn. And of course, there's a bunch of orcs looking very angry, shooting back, shooting at the ruins.
And they're freebooters. That's an awesome list by Thomas.
It's a really cool way of building an army. It's quite popular in the Netherlands as well. The freebooters, you see more and more. And I think the way he's playing it is a very cool army, and it looks cool as well.
It looks
which
cool
really
as well.
helps.
Nominated for best army as well.
There was the amount of painted armies here is really high. Like, of course, we have a painting requirement for the event, but even then, like, there's barely any people that scrape by with the bare minimum. Like, most people actually were triggered to put in a lot of effort. They're really beautiful, exactly. I was just talking to one of the teammates of Christian, and he was explaining that Christian was really struggling to get all the painting done to get the 20 points needed for the bonus points, which is really important for the overall.
Yeah, that's what you want at least.
That's what you want at least. And at that point, it was really good that they were discussing in WhatsApp and Facebook chat and like all the weeks leading up to the event. Okay, how I'm gonna get those points? What can I do to get it? And as far as I can tell, I think you got the 20 points needed, so that was really cool. So yeah, it's triggering a lot of people to even the more competitive guys to get stuff done, right? And that's like we had a small interview yesterday with Daniel. Something that's going to pop up on Frontline Gaming pretty soon, I think, so keep an eye out on that. And we were discussing one of our main rules, our terrain cannot look better than your army.
Yeah, and I think that's the perfect ruling. That makes people like bring their
A game, right? Yeah, they have to put in some effort, and because if you take a look at the pictures of the event and the table on the stream right now, most of our terrain is decently painted to a decent quality. We try to detail it a little bit. So as long as your army is of that level or higher, you're going to be golden. And aesthetically, it looks a lot more pleasing, I think.
Oh, that's a back, sorry.
Oh, nice back.
Well, we can show off the terrain here. Right. Yeah, thanks, CJ, for popping in again and clarifying the rules. And
have a good game still, and
I think they're back on normal.
Yeah, I think they're
having a good game.
Let's see how long that normal will be. Kind of FP in the Necrons.
Well, he starts getting it, eh?
Yeah.
Like, what did the shooting phase do so far? Kill the aggressors?
Several aggressors going down. I'm pretty sure he will charge the leftover in the computer.
Yes. Maybe rapid.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I can hit it well. So.
Yeah, and especially the following turn. I mean, you can still shoot the heavy bolter from that because it's a pistol.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the attacks are still quite decent as well. Yeah. Of course, the invulnerable save is quite good, so it should be okay. But yeah, it can be really swingy.
On the other hand, what does he want to point at the Lich Guard if they just kill the war suit?
Yeah, and then he just hides behind the building. Right?
Will not get in range or no. Line of sight.
Aggressors will be dead.
Plus they're two flies.
And the biggest problem for Christian are now the suppressors in the back.
Yeah. Those are the guys with the longest range, and
but they have a lot of targets now.
Yeah.
It's the Tomb Blades, the Croissants, and the Lich Guard.
Yeah, so Christian's really trying to overload Sebastian in that regard, I think. But
it's gonna be interesting.
From what I've seen, Sebastian's rolling quite well on the saves on the suit so far. So Christian hoping for a little bit more wounds before going in. I think didn't really pan out.
Yeah,
I think he
tried only strength 5 the Lich Guard. Eh?
I think he tried to bracket him lower so not to receive as much attacks back, but yeah, we'll see. And of course you have the Overwatch, the Heavy Flamer, all the other guns that are possibly on it as well. So
I don't know if they are already on a +1 to the invul because they write on the marker.
Yeah.
That's where they can get, with the stratagem, they can get +1 to the invul. Yeah. Which makes it a lot safer to go in there.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to see how that turns out. Yeah. Okay, but I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the players here. So. And yeah, thanks, DJ.
No worries, man.
3 and lose 1 guy.
Ow! Ow. Cool.
Okay. Church distance 10.
Now I can see a lot of strikes.
Okay. So he goes up in here. He goes up in there. Leave a little hole for Immotake. This one is down anyway. So Immotake tries to charge.
Yep.
That's 4. Probably not.
Actually 2.
Oh yeah, he's running through the crater. Running through the crater.
Yeah.
Then I lock in.
Yeah.
Hit ya. It's 2, 4, 6 guys left. So it's 18 attacks. 9 twice. Hitting on 2s. This was a 1, not a 5. Strength is 6. Your toughness is 6, so I get 4. And the second match. Second match 2, 4, 6, 7. Why do I count them? I could just roll them. And 1, 2, 3, 4 more.
So 8.
8.
-3 was that, right?
Yep.
So I take 7 wounds, I guess.
7 is fine.
Then I get to swing back.
Swing. Swing low, sweet Cheerio.
5 attacks. Reroll. I just have to quickly look up if
I think it's strength 8, like a
no, it's strength 14, but
strength 14.
Whoa! But
oh yeah.
the question is like, I am at 3 wounds remaining. Am I degraded in the lowest bracket already or not?
Yep, that makes a difference. It's
I am exactly degraded in the lowest bracket.
So
1, 2, 3.
only hit on 5s.
He only hits on 5, so that's 3 hits.
Wounding on 2s.
Reroll.
Reroll.
Yeah.
3 wounds.
3 wounds.
4 up invul.
Yeah.
Holds 2.
Yeah.
1 down.
1.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we're good.
Well, yeah,
good.
The accounting side of things, you have no big game hunter, you have no king of the hill, you have no old school. You have hold 1 and kill 1.
Yes, and yes.
And you have 1, 2. And I've just killed 1, right?
You killed only destroyers because I resurrected those.
So you get kill more, I get hold more.
Yes.
All right.
Just give it away. I don't think it's relevant for the game.
You said that very passive aggressively. Never mind, that's just our decoration. Then so. Ja, die sehen den alle.
Willst du wieder auf meinen Charakter anlegen?
In der Tat. Das war lustig, das machen wir noch mal.
The stratagem darf ich übrigens, I can only use the stratagem to resurrect a character once per character. So I could resurrect Imhotep, but I cannot resurrect the Cryptek again.
Cool. That's nice to know.
I thought I'd ask. I thought I'd tell.
So, quick update on the scoring here. I'll do it in the overlay in a minute. What we have is the Sebastian maxed Gangbusters, so he's on 4 points there. But under the second recon point, so he's on 7. He also did hold more and kill, so he's on 10 right now. 11. 12. That's 5 more points, so he's on 12 right now. And Christian did no secondaries in his turn, and he did kill more and hold, so he is on 9 points right now. That's 12 to 9.
Well, good morning, God Daddy, and everyone else. It's not morning anymore over here in Germany.
No.
You are live at the Alliance Open Bremen ITC 2000 points tournament. We're on the stream table seeing Sebastian with his Ultramarine Successor chapter with his Christian and his Necrons. They're at the moment placed 3rd and 4th, I think.
Yeah, 3rd and 5th or something.
Something like that, right? Well, not afternoon. That's all right. It's 12 o'clock, 5 past 12. So lunchtime.
Good noon, or what?
Yeah.
Say?
High noon.
What we say?
Good high noon. High good noon. Something like that.
It's not getting better.
Okay. Yeah. Then welcome. Nice to have you here. Hope you have a good time. And if you have a good time, then consider spending some money for coffee for us. And of course, have a check. Just check the upper left-hand corner. There are sponsors. Check their pages and check the page of the Alliance Armory if you need some great terrain, which is featured on the table as well. Those wall sections. There is the factory kit, which is it looks awesome. B, it's sturdy, and C, it is the gates are movable, so you can play it as you wish. On this table, it is not they are not played as ruins. Basically, they are played as hills, so that infantry cannot go through the walls, which is
a very thin hill.
Yeah, which is a very interesting component for strategy. So,
well, greetings to Poland then.
Yeah, greetings to Poland, eh?
Fourth company, welcome to the stream. This is actually our first time streaming a tournament, which is great fun.
Yeah. Well, it's the first tournament we're actually streaming. We stream several games, our own games. We have a YouTube channel that you can have a look at. But I'd say prepare. Usually we are talking German. When we do stuff, we're a podcast crew basically. So our 40k competitive podcast is in German, and most of our, or not up until now, all of our games that we streamed and commented were German. This is the first time doing it in English, just because we have, well, for once, it's fun, and B, we have several guests from the Netherlands, because this is an internationally organized tournament. from the Alliance Armory from the Netherlands, and us, the Target Priority podcast from Germany. So we choose well. The Dutchies that are watching should know what we're talking about as well. So therefore, we're going for English then, which up until now turns out good.
Yeah. Even the Germans talking English on the stream.
Yeah, which they had to. We have 2 Germans on the table as well at the moment, so
Yes. Yeah,
they're giving their best actually. We're in Germany, streaming from the lovely city of Bremen. Hanse and Free City of Bremen. Free and Hanse City.
Yeah. We're very north, and we're in a beautiful little hotel here.
Yeah.
It used to be a horse racing track, and the main tournament is taking place in the old betting halls of that horse racing track. It's a pretty nice atmosphere there.
Yeah.
And
if you want to have a look how the streaming setup and everything looks, I just uploaded a video to our Facebook page with a view to the outside, so that you know how we're sitting here. And it's a lovely little area. We're actually in a separated room. The rest of the players are in the large hall, which are we have 40 great tables over there, all with mats, with insanity, so they're all at this level of like you see here on the stream, or even better. And all of the armies are painted as well, because that is a requirement to play here. So everything really looks, for guests, it's just lovely. And we have a guest.
We have a guest here. We have Konje, Daniel.
Moin moin.
He is the ITC regional rep for Germany. Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Welcome, Daniel. Yeah, I thought while you're popping in, just to like maybe give you a minute to tell you how you're playing in the tournament yourself. A, how are you liking it, and B, what does it mean for ITC in Germany? What is your work as an ITC rep? What can you do to help the community here? Just give us a quick intro.
Yeah, thanks very much for giving me the opportunity to just talk a little bit here live on the stream. This event is like crazy. It's amazing. It's for me, it's personal. It's the starting point of ITC in Germany. It's like the venue is beautiful. We got beautiful terrain. The guys from the Alliance Open / Alliance Armory did an awesome job. Everything's set up. We got the go-to guys with Sepp and Benny, who get that thing rolling, and I really appreciated that. And I'm looking forward to have more tournaments. I just popped in, finished my 4th game. Luckily had hot dice. Yeah, I got like I'm playing Astra Militarum, and I had 6 battle tanks in my army, and I had an average of 10 shots per battle cannon every round.
Good for the battle cannons.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, what I'm doing for the ITC as a regional representative, I'm pretty much the outreached arm for Frontline Gaming for the ITC in Germany, just to help out. If there are any questions, don't hesitate to contact me on my email address or the Discord channel on Facebook. You'll find me if you just check out the Target Priority comments, because I usually always post in there and leave my likes. You should do so here as well. Leave the likes. So yeah, I'm besides giving advices or help for tournament organizers, they want to run an ITC event. I also publish the tokens. So if you are a tournament organizer, you submit the token request to Frontline Gaming. You can do that either via the homepage from Frontline Gaming or the BCP, Best Coast Pairings app. And then as soon as somebody sends the request in, my phone pops up and I have to accept that token. Otherwise, your tournament is not listed in the ITC ranking. So that's another part I do.
Yeah, that's very cool, and I think that's much needed work to introduce a new system and ranking system and support the TOs to get there. That's super cool. That's all voluntary, and we raise our heads. Thank you, Daniel.
Yeah,
that's very cool.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's back to the game. We're in the shooting phase of Marines, top of turn 3. There's a second croissant dying this round. That's looking okay for the Marines at that point. There's I don't know how many aggressors left. But damage output from Marines has dwindled significantly actually. I don't know what it took to took down the two croissants, but I guess it was the suppressors.
Yep. Rerolling everything.
Sure.
That was a hit before. Then wounding on 4s.
I think so.
Guard Diddy, I think players are adapting to the ruins like hills thing pretty well. It I think tactically it's making things a bit more difficult because it's not just like I run my infantry through there, so like no obstacles, but you have proper obstacles in the way. So you can benefit from the line of sight blocking, but you also have a detriment because you have to walk around if you want to get line of sight afterwards. So players are using it, they're playing with it, they are adapting pretty quickly actually.
Just 2 wounds.
2 wounds?
Yeah.
With nothing?
With -2, yeah.
Keep them anyway.
And then the snipers.
Yeah.
No, they are way more than 3 inches. I try to put it on a second camera here. You can hide a knight behind there. So that's at least 8 inches I think to the top.
3 6-ups with 1 damage. With
no, D3 damage.
D3 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So I already rolled 1.
Yeah.
Failed them all.
Yeah. So he's dead.
No, if not, if you. Oh, it's
one
a mortal wound.
One mortal wound,
Fine.
and then.
It's fine. He's dead.
Okay.
Surprising.
Combat. The combat
so
wombat.
You hit 3, wounded 3, and they all and 1 with an extra mortal.
Yeah, that was pretty good dice rolling.
Okay. 1 close combat.
Yes.
Let's go for it.
I do. Hack. Reroll. 2 hits. 2 wounds.
Okay. No.
Easy money. Okay.
2, 4, 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On 3s now. No, still on 2s. It's carrying over in your turn. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 11, and with strength 6. On 4s, that's 2, 4, 5, please. You have 3 wounds left?
3 wounds left, yeah. So
on 6s.
That is just not enough.
Can reroll one of them for 6.
No. I'm gonna
explode. No, you don't.
I'm gonna
Is your block running or mine?
No, it's yours. You were attacking.
Damn it!
And you're
you're
consolidating.
I'm consolidating. You're
So that is everything.
No, it's
on
fine.
your
It's fine. Fine. Consolidated.
Okay. Yeah. End of turn.
Moral checks?
Yeah. There.
Did you lose any mortal wounds? Something? No. That was
No,
last
but
turn.
you.
But I did, of course. Yeah. These left can't be morally affected.
Okay. Yep, fine.
And okay, it's start my turn. 2, 4, 5. So I roll 4.
Well, actually, experience-wise, it's way worse for shooty armies. Because especially with Space Marines, they get a lot of infantry models that want to shoot. They have to go around the buildings and cannot just go through the wall and unload. Such would have been with Dark Reapers and stuff like that.
You can still charge around the walls. So I imagine like a blob of Gene Stealers hiding like comfortably in one of those L's and just like go around. Maybe you have an inch more, because you can't go the direct.
Plus, honestly, a competent player that spaces the usual way through a wall will make you not fit with your bases on your side, so you cannot charge either way.
I mean, that's not what he means. He means like denying Overwatch by charging through a ruin, I guess.
Well, that
helps.
Yeah, but this is rather specific case, actually.
No, it's playing a close combat army, so that's like is the one thing you look for on the table. Playing against Tau or something.
True.
So we are in the bottom of turn 3. We are at game 4 of the Alliance Open GT in Bremen. Necrons are. I don't think they're getting a beating. I think they're a bit on the back foot here. But holding up way better than expected after the first turn. And I really like how he plays it out, basically. And putting a lot of damage into the marine lines. He has basically the bikes and a couple of Lich Guard left. I don't know if he got any back from Resurrection Protocols, but it looks like it's 5 or something. And a couple of Immortals. It's not a lot. The bikes are gonna shoot pretty good, but there's still a ton of Marines left as well. And points wise, Sebastian should have scored. I think his next. He maxed. No, he did not. Went on 3 marked for death, and he got his. Oh, he didn't get a 3rd recon.
So Thomas won by 25 versus 24.
Okay, so we got a quick update here from the other top table. We have Jan Heydrich versus Thomas Butcher. That's Black Legion versus Orcs, and we just heard that the Orcs took it with a 24-25 in the last round. Was a very close, very tactical top table game. And we have Dean Coe against Bell, which we had on stream in game, I don't know, 2 or 3? 3. That's Chaos against, yeah, that's Chaos against Marines, and Dean's Chaos took it with Helldrakes and whatnot, like interesting Chaos list with Dreadnoughts and Helldrakes. And he took the board, he wrapped and grabbed a lot of stuff and touched it, and so Bell couldn't get back from that. And that he's on a good way to finish very, very high up.
Garde de Year, it's an Ultramarine successor chapter with long-range marksmen and Masters of Artisan.
And that was perfectly fine. Okay, shooting phase.
Infiltrators are ridiculously good at cryptech removal.
Strangely good, actually. I think I could have advanced even these 2 more.
Come on, let's discuss that after the game. And
I put these guys into the aggressors. They only have 3 up saves, right?
Yeah.
No, it's fine. So it's
what am I seeing here? Your army is not what you see, it's what you get.
What you get. 3 up saves all over the board. And they're not in terrain or anything. I'm just making sure that I don't forget shit. 2, 4, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6. That's 6. 2, 4, 6. So let's do 12. Let's do 12 twice. Yeah. So here we go. These are down. These are back in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 saves.
Toughness 5.
You're perfectly right. You have toughness 5. So that's 2, 4, 5 saves. I'm just so used to.
Yeah, it's 1 down.
1 down. Fine. That's second batch. These are gone. Did I put a 3 up? I think I picked a 3 up here.
Okay.
And 2 more in. And now on 4s, not on 3s, as I originally thought.
You shouldn't
so
tell
2,
your
4,
dice.
5 more.
5 more, and he's good.
He's good?
He loses a wound, but he's good.
Okay, it's fine. He within 24. Only of the first one.
Let me there's 24.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just the first one. Right.
Okay. Sniper.
He's probably not going to kill him because he has 2 more left.
2 wounds left. Yeah.
2 wounds left. Shit. Still these 3 into these fuckers.
Fuck. But really quick.
One. A quickie. 2, 4, 6, 7 saves
7 on which one?
on these guys.
Ah yeah, the fuckers. 7.
The cryptic fuckers, if you
2 up.
prefer it.
Still one dead.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
7 saves.
absolutely unable to do saves with these guys.
But they have 2 ups. Yeah, I forgot about that as well. The 5 in front, like 1 into the aggressor and the other 4 into the front row.
Yep, just for the loads.
So
They got the exploding rather quick, right?
yep, good exploding. It's 6. It's 4 exploding. That's 8 more dice. 2, 4, 6, 8 saves. Can't destroy him.
Well, you're getting close. So
Maybe moral. Who knows? And the one guy into the aggressor. He hits 4 times. He could do it. He wounds on 4s. No, he can't. It's one wound for the aggressor. Should have run that fucker.
Good.
Emotech and the staff. He doesn't have the aggressor in range, but I think 24 to the intercessors is Oh, wait.
Nah,
No,
you've just
no,
moved
just
him
not
anyway.
Just
So
yeah. He
okay.
tilted him a little.
Yeah. All right.
So I will hit these 2.
All right.
3 shots on 2s. 3s to wound. Both wound. -2.
So still 2 up.
Yeah, it's 2 up.
-2. No.
Oh, it's
one up. So it's 3 up.
I
then.
use a CP and ignore cover.
Okay, then it's 5s.
Yep. Still holds 1. Only 1 dice. Charge against this unit.
Yep.
Do I get it back? No.
That is 1 hit, and then there's the squad rate 1 wound.
And the thingy is secondary. You can choose the
drop
strongbow.
bot. Okay.
I forgot that it has a weapon.
And
It hits.
It hits, and it wounds. So it's
Okay.
2 wounds -1.
2 single wound. Okay, it's 1 hold, and 1 goes through.
Yep.
So take 1 wound.
Okay.
And charge distance. 6 inches. Enough. Actually enough to get in here and to get in here.
Yep.
Let's see how far the last one gets. The last one gets...
Just move them one
Just
by
about.
one, please.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
This is part of the...
That's part of the hull.
Part
yeah.
of the hull.
Yeah.
That's fine. So I can make another point by theoretically destroying the pot.
Yep.
But I can do that at the end of your turn.
What?
If I'm still in close combat with it and close combat resolves, then I can theoretically kill it in your turn, which might be necessary. T6? You don't know. Okay. I will resolve all of the attacks against the...
Toughness 6, yeah.
I resolve all of the attacks. And 10 wounds?
8 wounds.
8 wounds. I resolve all of the attacks against the
Okay.
intercessors.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 guys.
Oh, I haven't used my 3-inch consolidation yet, so...
Still
this
5
one.
guys.
Still 5 guys? I can't get this one in here? Into 1 inch with this?
Then now it's 6 guys.
Okay.
Okay.
2, 4, 6 guys. Okay. 4, 3, 6, 9. Okay, that's 12 dice. And on 3s.
The happy pony, the Marines are not nearly tabled. There's 3 squads of suppressors chilling in the back. There is a couple of intercessors slash infiltrators, all, like bubbled up in between those two terrain pieces. And that's, well, basically it. But that's still a lot. The Necron player has 1 unit of Tombblade, 2 units of Immortals, a character, and a couple of Lich Guard left as well. So it's it has been a slaughterfest here. A lot of things died. I'm pretty impressed with how the Necron player came back after a pretty nasty Alpha Strike. and did a ton of damage. I really like the move putting mortal wounds on 6 saves on the Lich Guard. He killed like a lot of aggressors with it. It was awesome. And now we are in the bottom of 3 charge phase. The Lich Guard charged a unit of infiltrators that are hiding behind that L shield building below the drop pod, and killed a lot of them, and now they are, well, hugging the drop pod basically to not being shot. That's cool.
So we get
So
hold
I
more.
hold more?
Yeah. So it's still the same.
Yeah, I know. It's if I gotten kill more, maybe 1 point ahead and you 1 point down. But I'm closing in. But ground control was just a bad pick.
Just the issue. Yeah.
I should have picked a mark for death on your intercessor squads, although I probably wouldn't have killed all of them. Still.
So that's last round now, right? Yeah.
No.
So it's like you get a turn.
Yeah.
It's like my last turn, but you get a turn still. I started.
Yes,
Yeah.
you started. Oh, I was always thinking I started. I get another turn. Man, what? Yay! I get another turn.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Oh no, I will try for it. I can max out. Big Game Hunter on your drop pod.
Mm-hmm.
I can probably not move into your deployment zone, so I won't get. But I will get the last kill for kill in last battle round. It's not the last turn. And let's see how much damage. Let's see how much damage the tomb plates will
Suffer.
absorb. Yeah. No. They will suffer their number in damage, but how much will they absorb? How long will it take you to do it? I wish you wouldn't have seized. Or I wish you wouldn't have killed those last 2 destroyers on that lucky round of dice.
There are already died several marines, but he's got still a lot of suppressors. He's got several aggressors, so there's still some marines left. So the drop pod needs to get killed as well. What is with the cross combat? I wasn't in the room for that. How did that work out?
Charge the marines on the drop pod. The marines are dead, and the drop pod is hugged basically.
Okay. Germantico, nice coffer word. Actually, you can get Big Game Hunter off of that because it has 7 or more wounds. Can we expect more tournaments live on Twitch? Yes, you can. If those tournaments will be in English as well, that is up for debate. The next streaming or big streaming tournament we have is in December. It's the Tabletop Masters finale. Well, yeah, those are the plans up until now. But maybe we can, or maybe we will actually work something up with the Alliance guys, so that we maybe cover more tournaments and especially their tournaments. So you never know. But to answer the simple answer, yes, you can expect more tournaments live.
Yeah, and you can enhance the situation by buying us a coffee and make it like to motivate us to do this in our spare time instead of playing tournaments.
Okay, of course.
Sebastian will post the links for support on our Patreon and Ko-fi to the chat in a minute. I want to talk about secondaries for a bit because I think this is where the game is decided. Sebastian has really scored well on his secondaries, and Christian has not. He has old school yet to score, he has king of the hill, which he will not ever score. He left out 4 points here. That's like, I think that's the game deciding mistake here to pick a secondary, which was about board control, instead of just marking for death something or do a kill mission, push his bill or something.
Yeah, that's
would
a
have
very clean
benefited
solution.
him way more. I think he loses the game on that.
I'm really happy with the way they switched it up.
T5, so it's 5.
So that's the rerolls here. So it's 7 there.
7 there. No AP, or still AP -1?
AP -1.
AP -1. So it's 3 up saves. Still 3 up saves for now, but I fail a lot. No, it's not 3 up saves. You have -1. I failed 6.
Okay, that's
so that's 3 gone. I guess it's these 3.
Okay.
They're gone.
Then it's the intercessors, same target.
Same target. True. Also -1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Now you know. Now you know.
Steep learning curve.
Learning through pain.
So that is 5s again. That is reroll and a reroll. So that's 4 -2.
4 -2. So that's 5 up invulnerable. I take it on him first.
Yep.
Goes through. Holds. Holds. Holds.
Okay.
He takes 1.
Then the I can even see the last one. Then the team of 3, targeting them.
Yep.
Rerolling everything. Yeah.
Hitting on boards. 75% hit rate. Ooh. But you reroll 2.
So that is 4.
4 with something, whatever.
-2. So you
So
have to
first
go 1 1 1. Yep.
We go with him. Holds. Hold. Hold. Hold.
The 2 squad.
Amazing.
Ridiculous.
Yes. I
squad
told you
reroll.
it's not a question if they die. They will die. It's just a question how hard they die.
3.
Yeah. 3 again. With -2.
Yeah. So 1 1 1.
Down.
He dead.
He down. So he's 3 up safe.
Yeah. So 5 up safe.
Go through.
Yeah. And then the last
that's
one.
just one damage.
Double damage.
It's 2 damage.
Yeah.
2 damage apiece, and this one. Okay. Goes through as well.
Yeah.
So they're gone.
And then
I'm sorry. This one was this is the one with the broken. He had a 4 up save. So,
it doesn't matter.
Was a 1 anyway.
And then this squad shooting them.
Sure.
Reroll. Suck.
On
3 up.
threes, rerolling 1s.
5.
So it's 5 saves with -2.
Yeah.
So again, need 5 ups.
Do they all have 3 up? Yeah.
They all have
Oh, so
3 up,
they're
but
gone.
But they're gone.
Yeah.
But you didn't have anything left, did you?
No, that was right on.
But
spot.
it was like 4 failed saves. So even if I
Yeah.
save 1 more, it's not. Well, okay, I got the massive round of 5 for them. But it's just maybe I should have positioned more on that.
I got hold 1. I got kill 1.
Yes, you held 1, you killed 1.
Then I have this. They were marked for death.
They were marked for that.
I got recon.
You maxed out secondaries. I don't get a single King of the Hill.
No.
Don't get Warlord. I probably close combat.
Yeah.
Put it on my clock.
It doesn't matter. You have your game turn, and then
Yeah. Just a matter how hard I lose now. With the Tomb Blades.
Yeah.
So I would to make it a little bit more interesting. I'll activate the guy. Find him over here.
Combat.
Yeah, sure.
You strike first.
Oh, he strikes first, of course. You can't still. No. He was here.
Yeah. Okay.
You strike first.
Yeah.
Sure.
I have, no. It's not about the striking. It's about I can't strike.
You can't strike.
So
I
yeah.
activate.
Yeah.
I activate. I orbit. You know the thing.
Stop.
Where I get.
You can't.
Why can't I?
You have to be closer to the next enemy model.
I will. I will end my
No,
movement.
you have to move always toward. It's not at any point during your move, you have to get closer to the enemy model. You can't say like, I'm now this far away, and then I'm that far away.
Can that clarify someone for me?
No, we don't need a rule book. You just need to explain him pile in. He wants to pile in from here to there, claiming that he will be closer to the model here than there.
And it's closer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You have to move.
Perfectly.
Jesus, that is basic rules.
I'm sorry.
If it's basic rules, why are you debating it?
It's a basic rule. That's a lot.
That's
a lot
a
of
very
people,
good question.
A lot of people do it wrong. I'm sorry. Okay.
Christopher in the building, yay!
3-inch toward the next unit. So this is like 15-inch.
The next unit is there.
Next unit is there. You're right. Yeah. So right now I only can get these 3, and then maybe I can get these 3. Then I can move 5 up, and then I can try a charge. So right now it's like a 15-inch distance. Even if I pile them in here, it's a little less. So it's like maybe 14-inch. 12 would be preferable to me. I need a 7-inch charge, even or a 6-inch charge to get into 7.
Just play it like whatever you want.
Just like this orbiting thing. As far as I know, I will end my movement closer to you.
Okay.
I don't have to take the shortest distance to you.
It might be it might be a clarification that I just don't have on the screen yet, but
maybe they rule it right
that
now.
That is now further away. So
okay. This one goes in here then.
Yep.
So
yep.
The only one that matters is this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I don't need to kill the unit.
No,
that's
I know.
That's not the plan. The plan is to just get into your deployment zone.
And now, first of all, you have to.
So, quick update on scores, or a quick update in general. Right now, that they have agreed they are in the last game turn. Well, the clock is running down anyways. So this is the combat phase of Sebastian's last turn, and the Necrons will have another turn after that, and that's going to be it at the bottom of 4. Score-wise, Sebastian did score his last mark for that by killing the bikes, and his final recon as well. So he maxed all his secondaries, and he got kill and hold.
And I get 4 more, so you have to make 4 more.
4 6s?
4 6s.
Easy money. Didn't happen.
Now you can try to explode.
I don't. Okay. Yeah, that's how we played it anyway. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay, so they remain stationary where they are.
Yep,
no more.
Okay. So now they could theoretically move to end their position closer to him.
Yep.
And 3-inch, and I will do that because getting this.
Yeah, you make the angle a little better.
Genau, I make
That's
the angle. Genau.
Right. Genau.
Absolutely. I could have, if I wasn't under so much time pressure, I could have killed him. He's 1 inch away from these fuckers.
I know.
I forgot it.
He's there on a suicide mission anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he is. Oh, he definitely is.
Where
now I
is
do 5
my
inch. That's
pen?
interesting. And my movement here. Now I'm
5
like,
inch? No.
It's 5 inch.
Your 5-inch movement.
It's
there's my pen. Yeah.
I'm already in my movement phase. Although I forgot all my at the beginning of the turn. Shit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Regen one of those guys. Yes, happens. And then I can get 2 more inches, which is interesting.
Yeah, you get to
put him in the front.
Yeah, and like this.
Yep.
Max it out.
Regen 2 of these guys.
Yeah, let's just do things that matter. We're on a bit of time pressure.
Are we under time pressure or not?
Yeah, we have like 5 minutes until we have to hand in the results.
Okay, it's only interesting for if I kill the guy, or rather if I Imhotep targets himself.
Yeah.
If I can kill him and take a hold of the objective by taking his place with Imhotep. That's interesting for me. And these guys are not relevant actually. Is there a small unit I can still kill?
No. That's a 7-man squad and he's out of sight, so it doesn't matter.
That's fine. Fine then. Okay, these guys move up to the thing. yeah, that's maxed out. So I will try a couple of charges.
Yep.
First I try the Immotech. So this is like killing him. It gives me a kill, and will give me the objective for hold more.
Yeah.
So I will try this with Immotech.
Easy.
9-inch.
Yep.
And this is
I get to shoot you in the face.
Shoot me in the
Reroll.
face. No. That's 10-inch.
Yep.
So these guys go. This guy goes around 10-inch up here, 10-inch up here, 10-inch up here, 10-inch up here. Probably going to hit as well. 10-inch. This one's going to hit as well. 10-inch. So he's still in like 13 to a guy. This is 10-inch. This is 10-inch. And this is 10-inch, and he's probably not going to hit. That doesn't matter.
The stream stopping for some people and they have to restart. Is it a singular individual problem of Lodok, EU, or somebody else? Let us know. Maybe we can figure something out for the last game.
And then I get okay. Immotech starts by hitting 3 times.
Yep.
With strength 6.
Yep.
Doing 2 damage flat with -3.
Okay, so I have
3 6-ups.
3 6-ups?
3 6-ups. Okay. He's strength 6.
No.
He's gone. Consolidate.
Nope. Your consolidation moves brings you closer to the next enemy unit.
Okay.
Okay,
sure,
thank you for the feedback.
You're telling me I'm pressed on time, and then you want me to do everything precise.
No,
okay, it's fine.
You just can't.
You see, it's he's 3-inch of this thing. It's no longer the middle point.
Okay. You can't. Okay.
Okay, I'm trying to murder all these guys. I'm activating 3-inch. He goes in, blah blah blah. So let's see. He goes in. He's in contact now. So this one will get into 3, and this one won't get. So I'm moving these guys up. And he's just out of it.
Yeah. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Go for it.
6, 9, 12. I don't know. You're winning. Why are you so? I don't know.
24. So 24 twice, right?
It's 8 times 3. It's 24 just once.
Okay.
For the okay.
So
24 just once. So that's 12.
Yep.
2, 4, 5. And 5. So it's 10. So you have to make 3 6-ups on 10.
Why 3?
Because
I have just to make 1.
No. They're doing it's like 12 damage.
What?
You have to make 3 6-ups.
I have 10 damage. 5 and 5.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry. Sure.
So if I have 1 6, I have the marker. I don't have a single 6, but I spent my last command point.
Last command point for a single 6.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
Okay. So they consolidate onto that shit.
Yeah, they
moving 3-inch closer to you.
Whatever.
Okay.
They got so you get hold 1, kill 1. You get hold more, kill more.
Yes, and I get 2 points for the.
You have
last kill.
For old school, you get last kill and line breaker.
Yeah. So I missed 5 secondary.
Yeah. So you have on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, it will be a close win, but you're
1,
still winning.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's 7. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 12. So this is 18 plus
5, that's 23.
18 plus 5, that's 23.
Yep.
And then you have 14 plus 5, that's 19. So it's 23, 19.
23, 19.
Whoa!
It's fine.
So that's game. 23-19. We'll update that in a second. Or it doesn't really matter actually. Sebastian wins with 4 points, and that's basically the 4 King of the Hill points that Christian did not get because he picked it wrong. It's just a bad pick in that instant. And it was a really close and interesting game. And it's lost by picking secondaries. And that's actually what he said in the second turn. Like guys, give me a hint. What I could have done better? What would have been a better pick?
Gangbusters.
I thought Gangbusters or even Butcher's Bill or something killy.
Well, Butcher Bill is still quite hard against an army like Sebastian's.
Yeah, but it's so MSU. Like you can at least it's better than
it's
King
better
of the
than King of the Hill. That's for sure.
Even Recon would have been better. At some point. Because
at a certain point, with Veil and the Tomb Blades, of course, they are quick enough to, if they really want to get that. If you look at the objective placement, you could still have hidden behind the corner, like the corner ruin in the bottom, and still hold it. So that might have been a good call. But that does mean that Sebastian can push down even easier. So in the end, it might not matter.
And yeah, I think that was a good game, good display of rules debate and sportsmanship.
Yeah, and
and coming back to a
especially
game.
the sportsmanship factor. And they had a discussion, and it was a heated debate. It mattered, of course, which is understandable. But in the end, they handled it like professionals. Like this is a competitive setting. We want to do the best we can within the rules.
Yes.
And I think they ended up doing that. So that was really
So
nice.
that was a nice mid-game handshake to just like agree on the game state and carry on from here on. And I think that was important and made it a very pleasant game because it was very pleasant in the beginning. They were joking and smack talking all the time.
Yeah, and it ended up being that way again.
Exactly. So there was just like a small irritation, and they got back to it. And I enjoy that.
Yeah, that's good.
Also,
hey guys,
good judge calls as well, and that was game 4.
This was one of the harder ones I've had this weekend, and especially because this is one of those abilities that we all know exists, but no one ever reads. No one ever reads, right? And it's one of the things you expected to come up more, and it just rarely comes up. And now it came up in an important game, so that happens. It's okay.
So yeah, that's game 4. That's Sebastian, of course, in the runnings for competing for the win here. We have Dean with his chaos list as well, competing hard. 23-19 is the final score. So we might see Sebastian again on the table because we're going into game 5 after the lunch break. Do you know when that starts? At 1:30, Central European time +1. In around 40 minutes, we will start with game 2, and I will have lunch. Cheers, guys.
Nein, wir sind noch nicht fertig.